Drop the clutch, hit it. Drop the clutch, hit the gas. Rally Radio, where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Yeah.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio. Where the world of hip-hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to planes. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tools. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, SI Shawn, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in to Rally Radio.
Where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. You already know what it is, the bearded one here.
Let's go, baby. SI Shawn, we in the building.
You know how we get down, man. You know how we get down.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
We are in the building. Mm-hmm. Shout to everybody who's tuned in, who's rocking with us.
Man, for sure, man. We really appreciate that. 100%.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Looks like the, we had a little snafu with the intro, but it's all good. Don't know what happened right there. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. Y'all already know. NYPD is now using tracing darts in high-speed chases.
Damn, son.
That sounds straight out of James Bond.
It do. It sound like, oh, better yet, remember, next, if you ask me, they gonna get like how Fast and Furious got when they shot that thing out the gun to slow you down and all that.
Yeah, and they
mess up the computers and everything, son.
Oh my God. Well, that's why you want you EV, son. Damn. Shut you down from the keyboard.
Make it easy work.
You already know what it is, man. But you know how we do. We are in the building, man. Can't wait to get here. We had so much to talk about. EPA is wilding.
Yeah, man, the EPA gonna do what the EPA want, man, because as we said before, we don't got nobody in the lobbies for these automobiles, man.
Listen.
It's not happening, son.
It's
not like free range.
Son, not even that they're not lobbying for the automobiles. They're not lobbying for the big boys to pay their fair share. They want them to pay the taxes, but don't want them to pay with the business. Damn. I don't get it. But that's what we messing with right now, man. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. You see the numbers jumping up. Don't forget you can find us live on www.barsandhoopsradio.com. You can also find us on our social media pages at Facebook at Gutterball Rally. And you can find us at YouTube at Gutterball Rally Live. We are tuned in. Shout to my guy Sales was popping. You already know what it is. Shout to him. I'm glad he tuned in. You know how we do. Oh, man, it's going to be first off, right?
Yeah.
If they sending shots to the back of the car to trace you. See,
damn, son.
And when we talk about this, we're going to go in a little bit. Before we even do any of that, though, you know how we do, man. Coming in here today, very interesting day.
Yeah.
And it's just starting. It's just starting. I had a very interesting week, to be honest with you.
Factory, 100%.
But how was your week, kid?
Yeah, my week was very, it was very interesting. Had a lot of movement going on, a little bit more than usual. And I thought that was pretty interesting. Had me worn out. But I can't complain. Still can't complain. Even though with the madness that's going on with the autos, how they just trying to alleviate us of the autos in any way possible, son.
They are.
You know what I'm saying? Like, not for nothing, right? If you ask me, right, I have seen an increase of activity of the laws on the road.
Oh, yeah. It's getting warm, son.
It's getting, I'm talking about, I seen an increase in the activity, yo.
It's getting warm, kid. You already know.
What's going on right now? Like,
it's getting warm, baby.
I'm telling you, kid.
It's getting warm.
Definitely interesting, though, man. Like, luckily I ain't have a run-in with them. I actually had a run-in with them in the beginning of March. Was that beginning of March? Yeah,
really?
Beginning of March, yeah, for sure.
What happened?
Remember, man, so I was on a HUV lane. I guess a minute too late. But it's all good though, cause he told the people that he wrote on the paper like, yo, I caught him at this time, still on the hub. That wasn't true. Check his body camera. I pulled all the way off the hub and everything. So he set himself up for that one though. So I'm gonna walk away with that W.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, cause he's wild and like, I'm telling you, it was very interesting. But the crazy part is though, I had enough time to bounce.
Right.
I truly did.
Could have just gave him the tires.
So I could have gave him tires, and I could have hit the first exit and been going because he did not move
For
a while.
That's because he was too busy wiping the donut cream.
This is
off
what I'm
his
saying.
face. Paul.
You know?
Paul.
But it's great. And then mind you, at that point he wouldn't have been able to hit me with no tracking, dog. I was way too far. So I'm talking about I had a good amount of lead time on when I could have been home if I really desired to. So.
I say this much, man. At the end of the day, when it comes to traffic tickets and stuff, there's really like no way to get out of it unless you either got your camera rolling, or unless for whatever strange reason you have some sort of evidence, or you get yourself a lawyer, which is hilarious. Because I shout to Scott Pfeiffer. Yeah, he got me off a couple speeding tickets. Like I was like that was reckless, but you know I ended up not getting hit too hard. But at the end of the day, you'll say, oh yo, I got it on my I got the recording on my phone. They be like, no recording devices in here, please.
Yeah, right.
They shut you down at the door. Turn it off. Straight up. So you want to come in there with your little cameras and all that in the courtroom? They're not trying to hear that. Turn it off. I don't know. That's not evidence to me. So what is?
But you know they always try to spin it in their favor all the time, man. Which is the sad part about it, man.
Not the good guys, because there are some police out there that they're mean guys. I know a couple.
Cool.
I know a couple. I can't put them on blast because
for sure. But I don't know, man. It's like I guess it's well, how they say, very far and few between or something like that.
Said one bad apple spoils the bunch. How's
That's
that?
a fact. Yeah, absolutely.
Because after that, you don't want to hear nothing no more.
Yeah,
do me a favor. Just leave me alone, please.
One blown piston spoils the whole block. That's a fact. One bad piston spoils the whole block. It's a wrap.
Meanwhile,
yeah.
Now this guy pulls you over. And what kind of ticket did he give you?
That I was in a HUV lane past 3.
You're not supposed to be?
Nah.
So what's the HUV lane after that? Is this empty?
No. So you gotta have passengers after 3 o'clock.
Oh,
or whatever, right?
Okay.
But yo, he took mad long to catch up to me, so it's kind of hard for him to spin it. That's why I said, like, on his body camera is gonna show it all. Like he said, he caught me on the hub, which he didn't.
Right.
He said he caught me at this time, which he didn't.
Right.
So it was a lot of things that he was trying to fabricate. You know what I'm saying? So,
you know when they start writing in that pad though.
Yeah.
When they start really like.
Start freestyling on that.
Freestyling.
You know what I'm saying? So
like,
it's all good though, cause
you want a hit? Give me an hour plus a pen in the pad. They be dead serious.
Oh,
shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. Don't forget, drop a like. Wherever you watching from, drop a like. If you tuned in right now, shout to everybody who's tuned in on Facebook. We appreciate y'all greatly. And shout to those who are tuned in on YouTube, because that's where we want everybody to tune in if you can.
Absolutely.
Because YouTube is a little bit more unfiltered. Facebook, we play a little something here and there. They be like, shut you down.
Damn.
But we are in the building. That's messed up.
Nah, it is, though. It's very interesting, though. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, why you got to fabricate it for? Like, why you got to do all that? Like,
because he can't sit around for 8 hours and do nothing. I'm taking shots. I'm sorry. For all those that I know that is PD, I'm sorry. I don't mean it. But y'all know there's some bad apples out there. Y'all know, too. Y'all know I'm not pointing out anybody.
They, if you ask me, they a little bit out of control. You know what I'm saying? Just a bit out of control for me.
I mean, listen. I haven't had a run-in in some time, and I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
And I don't want to.
Yeah. Same here.
You know what I mean? Listen, I'm trying to be Mr. Law-abiding citizen. How to say? I'm trying to be LAC, man. That's it. Law-abiding citizen. Because I don't want no run-ins, kid.
Nah, me neither though. But still, you could be a law-abiding citizen though, but you still get the
the
wacky end of the stick.
Oh, that's a fact. It's a fact, and that's why I avoid them. I avoid it at all costs.
Best bet is to stay inside.
Turn the radar detector on. I turn the Waze on. Oh, they over there? All right, I'm going this way. Yo, look, there's a lot of police over there. I'm going the other way. That's what it is.
Damn, son.
That's what it is. Shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share if you can. We got a lot more things coming up. I will say this though, it's been one heck of a week. My week was a little crazy.
Yeah.
So I call myself doing yard work. This is off the kill for car stuff, by the way, too. A couple things that happened yesterday. It was pretty interesting, man. Took the day off, right? I went, and I wanted to do a little bit of yard work before I got outside, right?
Yeah.
Started, doing yard work, chopping up the weeds and all that, early spring.
Yeah.
Man, I'm using the leaf blower, and I'm, getting all the dead leaves out the back of the bushes and everything, right? And as soon as I use the leaf blower, a little animal come out. I said, what's that? I'm thinking it's a rat or a mouse or something like that. I'm like, oh, we flipping. No mouses near the crib, no way, right? But it didn't run. So I was like, oh, what is this thing? I'm looking at it, and it don't have a tail. I'm like, do baby mice have tails? I look it up in Google. It's a rabbit. I found 4 baby rabbits hidden behind the bushes in my yard.
Damn.
So I pick them up, not pick them up with my hand. Hell no. But shout to my guy Shamik. What's good, kid?
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? So I get the rabbits into a shoebox and I take them to the vet.
Yeah.
Nah, we don't take those rabbits. Get them out of here. I said, okay. I take them to the pet store. Nah, we don't take them. They wild rabbits. I said, oh. So they don't mess with none of that. So they gave me a list of numbers to call for people. And here you go with the city not doing what they got to do. Who's that Pokemon? Yo, y'all wilding. So I take them over there. Nobody want to take them. There's a list of people who's supposed to take them called the New York State Wildlife Rehabilitators. I knew nothing about this.
Yeah.
They like, nah, we can't take them. I got 100 rabbits here already. I'm like, okay, so rabbits are just wilding right now. They getting their Marvin Gaye on out here. Like, pew, 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 pew. They having up with babies all over.
Yo, that's ridiculous, huh?
So long story short, I had to bring them back home and put them behind the bush. They said the only thing you could do is put them back where they came from, and maybe the mama will come check on them because they wasn't sure if they was abandoned or not.
Damn.
So I put them back, and you know that's against my creed. I don't like critters, B.
Yeah.
I put them back, and when I went to check on them this morning, mama done came through, messed up the nest and all of that, and then left. So you know she already fed them or whatever have you. They said after 3 weeks, they'll get bigger and leave. I said they better, because I'm taking the fence down and I'm running a dog through there. But it was just very interesting. Like, there's so many city, municipal subsidiaries and state subsidiaries that we just have no idea about.
Nah,
why not?
That's a really good question.
Why don't we have these things listed?
Yeah. I feel like they don't want you to call them, though.
No. And you know how I could tell they want me to call when I call them? You think they animal lovers, right?
That's what I'm saying.
I called them. This was them on the other side. Man, yo, what you calling me for? Yo, hang up the phone, man. I was like, yo, it was crazy out there. I said, yo, they wilding.
Yo, you would think they would, do their absolute best to get these type of animals, you know what I'm saying, out the way. But here's the thing, though, right? If people don't come and like adopt them, they can't do nothing with them. They got to pee to them.
Yes,
that's it.
But they're wild, so you got to let them go. Shout to Sil. He said he came off of Facebook and went to YouTube. That's what I'm talking about.
Let's go.
I appreciate that because the YouTube is really like better for us anyway. But we know we got our peoples on Facebook too, so we tuning live. But I will say this, man. When it was all said and done, I felt good about leaving them alive because I was really ready to go drop them off in the park.
Damn.
Falcon food. Yo.
Falcon food.
It is what it is. It's a circle of life.
Damn.
I don't know what to say, but I ended up doing the right thing. You feel what I'm saying? So shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying. Everybody's tuned in on the tube. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
They just want to sit there and collect the state money. Shout to the resident Toyota guy. That's exactly what
for
they
sure. They don't want to do no real work. Like, come on, man. They could have took those bunnies, those tiny little bunny joints.
But on another note, and this is the car side of it. Well, bike side of it.
Okay.
Shout to my guy Lonnie.
Yeah.
That's my director at my job.
Yeah.
He calls me. He's like, yo, listen, I'm going to pick up a bike. I'm going to pick up a motorcycle. I need a place. Can you hold me down? So I got you.
Yeah.
It is what it is, all right? So we go all the way out to Wine Dance. Now, I don't know if y'all remember my stories about Wine Dance. I know I had a run-in with a cop out there on my bike and almost got physical until he tried to draw his gun on me. But that's a whole nother situation, right? So we get out there to Wine Dance, right? And this guy that he's going to see, very meticulous guy. This is the kind of guy you want to buy something used from.
Yeah.
His garage, he had a CL55 AMG joint. Had
Nice.
AMG brakes, beautiful. 2003?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful, all black, immaculate condition. The man had a 2006 Honda CBR 1000. Immaculate, black. Everything was black. My homeboy picked up an Indian chopper. You know how we do, chop. You know what I'm saying? Yo, had everything in his mother on it.
Damn.
Worth every penny. And you could see how he is. So we go in the garage. He has these dollies strictly for motorcycles that hold it on the kickstand, but they keep it the same way. You can jack it up, whatever you want to do, right? So as he invited us to come into the garage, check it out, look around. He got Indian motorcycle boots, jacket, gloves. He got a coat rack in there and everything like that. We keep all his motorcycle coats. He had all his motorcycle gear, and in there he had these pictures. And he had one picture that he actually was like, "Yo, I could rock with you because you knew what it was when you looked at it." He had a '95 Suzuki GSXR 750.
Damn.
Right? Now, for those that don't know, right, this bike was a 711. A lot of people don't know what that is. So it's a Suzuki GSXR 750 with a 1100 motor swapped into it. So you had the Muzzy exhaust on it, everything. And I'm looking, he just had a picture of it, and I just was in awe. Like, yo, you know how, first off, everybody was booking the motorcycles back then for that reason.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Challenger Hellcats and everything. Whenever something is popping in the hood, you already know they're going to book it.
Damn.
But he had and it was like, I never seen that before. Not that I never seen it, but it was good to see again.
Damn.
And that's one of them kind of bikes that it may not be stock, it may not have came that way, but it's a street legend.
Damn.
The 750 frame.
Yeah, with the 1100.
With the 1100 cc motor.
Ooh.
Yeah, and he was like, yo, they was stealing them the whole time because this is what they was doing with them. You know what I mean? So it was crazy. He had a picture of it. He said, I bought it. I did the swap, and then I sold it. And he had another picture of a Suzuki GSXR. A Suzuki GSXR 2003 1000. That's another bike. That's a beauty. You know what I mean?
Damn.
So
that's hot though. That's definitely hot.
It was just amazing to see these things. And I tell people all the time, what does it mean to you?
Yeah.
And you can see what it means to him. So shout out to everybody who's tuned in. That was just a little tidbit that I had for the day. It was beautiful. But with that being said, man, we about to jump right into Rally Radio. Y'all know how we get down, man. We got a lot that we want to bring to you. A lot of things are done with good intentions, but turn out to be bad.
Man.
A lot of things are done with good intentions and turn out to be bad. And in all honesty, if the police could shoot a dart onto your car and track you, that could go bad.
For sure it can.
That can go bad. So we'll see how that goes, man. So with that being said, you got any other shout outs you want to give?
Nah, I'm good, B.
I want to shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention on YouTube. Because the numbers, we see the numbers, they're shooting up. And I appreciate all of y'all. Appreciate all of those that are tuned in on Facebook. Appreciate everybody who's tuned in on my page. If you tuned in on my page or if you tuned in on Facebook Gutterball Rally, shoot on over to YouTube if you can. You know what I'm saying? We're just trying to get the numbers up over there. But we shout everybody out here. Shout the sales. Shout the Marlon resident Toyota guy. It looks like we got SP the guard, he's in the building. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shout to Shamik. Now we get down, man. Shout to everybody who's tuned in. And if I didn't shout you out, don't forget, drop your name in the comments and we will shout you out. You know what I'm saying? If you got anything you want to promote or if you want anything you want us to talk about, drop it in the comments. That's why it's there. That's why we go live. We go live because we want people to know that we here and we talking right with y'all. So with that being said, if you ain't got no shout outs, I ain't got no shout outs. Here we go. Now, they tuned in last week. What you got for them, SI?
Damn, if you guys tuned in last week, you should happen to missed it, man. Try not to make it a habit. Got something pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Check this out. This one right here I thought was pretty hot. Yo, Teslas.
Okay.
Right? They spying on you.
Oh, boy.
Yo, so one of them caught, so the employees at at Tesla or whatever like that, they're able to get into the cameras of these vehicles. And then they was showing how they recording people, and one guy got recorded, you know what I'm saying, in his birthday suit.
Yes.
That was
wild. What was he doing?
Like I said, like if he was going into the garage, that's one thing, you know what I'm saying? But if he gotta walk outside the front door, across the lawn or something, that's a whole nother thing. So
I came out like this. They was like, it's an elephant hooked to that man. Yo, shout to our resident Ford guy, Miller. Miller Tom NYC is in the building.
Let's go, Miller Tom.
What else you got for him, kid?
Well, I thought that was pretty interesting, man. Tesla got to cut it out with all this. But you see where all this tech is going on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, good intentions, right?
Turn into bad things.
Damn.
Good intentions turn into bad things.
But this stuff like this has the already has the ingredients to go left though.
Oh, of course, all the time.
You know what I'm saying?
All
So
the
and
time.
they know that though.
And they
So,
know it.
I always feel like when things like this go into play, they already knew already. They already know all that already.
Of course.
They just don't care about it.
No, they
know what
don't.
I'm saying? But they're gonna make it out to be this oh so special thing you needed. All right, yeah, sure. Another good one though is Ohio's high school is trying to introduce a drag strip.
I love it.
Car loving teens.
How could you not love that? How could you not
That's
love it?
awesome right there.
But again, that situation is they in Ohio.
Yeah.
They in the sticks. They in the cornfields out there. So it's
Yeah.
like, why not? What else you doing? All that empty land. Show kids how to put these to work.
Yeah, their hands or something, right?
You show them how to use their hands. Trust me, it's gonna benefit you in the long run.
Absolutely. Give them something to do. You know, occupy their time with something useful.
That's it.
You know, so I thought that was pretty interesting right there. Like, but not for nothing though. I'm pretty sure somewhere over here in New York State.
Nah, Tesla pulled. Remember we talked about that. Tesla
What's that?
had kids trying to learn in school, and then he yanked the Teslas out.
He yanked that right about
He
it.
don't want them touching that stuff. He said, "Well, I'm gonna teach them how to work on a Tesla at home. They gotta come to me." It's crazy, son. That dude greedy, son.
Yeah, I find that pretty interesting, man. Find that really interesting. Like, that's craziness right there. And not for nothing, that was pretty good too. It seemed like these Dodge SRT Demons 170s are trying to get sold actually at MSRP.
So we do have one or two that's being sold at MSRP. That's
one
good.
or two.
That's good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very
Appreciate
much.
that.
We
One or two is
appreciate
good.
you.
One or two is pretty nice.
Thank you very much.
Damn, son. I mean, they should be able to do better with that, man.
They should be.
They should be able to hold those allocations. If you ain't doing the right thing with those, you just can't get one.
That's a fact. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in on YouTube, man. We really, there's a lot of people tuning in,
Yeah.
and we appreciate y'all, all of y'all, everybody.
Nah, that's beautiful right there. Absolutely, 100% right there. Another good one too is though, man, these Hondas. Honda had a recall for 563,000 CRVs from 07 to 2011.
But could we say how old them CRVs is again one more time?
Okay,
please?
from
How old are they?
2007 to 2011.
2000, and we talking 13 years ago,
Yeah.
and they recalling cars. I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad at them for that. But it just goes to show how much they care.
Yeah, absolutely. But the problem is though, nobody probably got these because everybody already did the old drop swap.
They took the trainees right out of them. Excuse me.
Low control arms, everything is gone. So they're like, what?
They like, yo,
What
what do you-
CRVs?
They like CRVs. Oh nah, it was a shame what happened to that CRV over there, son. You already know they booking them. They booking them.
Oh, it's crazy.
It's
man.
hilarious. So what else you got for
definitely
them?
like-
What else we got?
You know, let me see what else is going on here that I feel like I need to hear about
Yeah.
from last week, B. Oh man, I think that's pretty much it right now.
That's what I'm talking about, man. What a recap, man. Y'all
Yeah,
already know
that's
what it
definitely
is.
a decent one right there. Absolutely. It's always something going on in the automotive industry. It's something, man. Like, but I gotta ask you though, when do you think the automotive industry was like for the people? Not to even get too sidetracked.
I feel like the automotive.
Like for instance, what Elon Musk did, he had him looking at it, then he just said, "Nah, no way."
He pulled them back. I'm gonna be honest. There was a point because people learned about these cars in different ways.
Yeah.
People learned about a lot of the autos that are out right now. A lot of times they learned about them because the companies was making it available. They had shop class.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, son.
They had shop class where they rolled in the old GM and you had to fix it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You feel what I'm saying? Like there was times with the autos, and then there was times where the autos did things, like community things or whatever. Like like I said, they've had race events.
Yeah,
They've sponsored the community that they're in.
Yeah.
Listen, we're gonna have a race event, strictly Dodge, strictly Chevy, NASCAR, things like that. They've done that. So is the question is, when is the people really cared about the autos? It's not really we take them for granted, and the fact that we trying to use a vehicular appliance
Let me write that one down.
to get around just goes to show how much we really feel like we don't need them.
Damn, son.
You know who need them right now though?
Who's that?
Fort Lauderdale. You see what's going on down there?
Oh no, so I heard it's like
Super flood.
yeah, I heard it's like a beach on land.
You know, crazy. You don't see no EVs in that. And we all know what's happening. What's gonna happen after that, right?
What's that?
They're gonna be beach whales on the side like this. Yo, we can't sell these. We can't do nothing with them because the water done got into them and the batteries are shot. As a matter of fact, we're gonna have to put them 50 feet away from each other.
For sure.
So that's a whole nother ball game. But
see, and that's the thing, right? You can't account for Mother Nature doing what it do.
it's a fact.
You can't.
It's a fact.
Meanwhile, though, you got the combustion engine over there. It could get a little water damage, and it probably turn around and still start up, though.
Right? I mean, keep it a stat.
You got a better chance of rebuilding that
That's a fact.
than one of them EVs. Son.
That EV's washed.
Son, totaled out. Son.
That's it. It's over with for that. So, with that being said, man, we're going to jump right in. You ready to jump into this?
Yeah, let's go.
Here we go.
Weekly Specs. Auto news for all the listeners. Only on Rally Radio.
All right. With that being said, you know how we get down. You know, we turn the music down. It's getting crazy. It looks like Biden-Harris wants 2/3 of all new vehicles sales to be electric by 2032. You know what I mean?
Damn.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Shout to SP. He said, not for nothing, I wouldn't put it past Honda to let people know that there are all-wheel drive CRVs you can swap into your Civics and Integra. That's a fact. Even though it's a lot of work to do it.
Yeah, but they probably knew that back in the shop. Like, yo, hold on, yo. They think about this.
Not the way it's being done.
I mean,
It's
they
like
probably
they
doing it
cutting
in
out body work.
Yeah, they probably doing it in a while. It's probably another way to do it, though. But
Yeah. But shout to, so here we go, y'all. Biden-Harris wants 2/3 of all new vehicle sales to be electric by 2032. So the reason why this stood out to me the most is because now the EPA is now putting more stringent holds on gas-powered cars now, or to be sold rather. So now, as expected, the Environmental Protection Agency and the Biden administration have announced much more stringent emissions regulations that will take effect in 2027 and go into 2032. If adopted, the new purpose regulations will require a 13% annual cut in pollution and 56% reduction in projected fleet average emissions over the 2026 requirements. To reach these numbers, it's estimated that 67% of new light-duty vehicles and 46% of medium-duty cars sold in 2023 would have to be electric or use some other non-pollutant energy source. Although strict, the regulations stop short of requiring all new vehicles being sold to be electric. However, with most car companies already planning mostly electric lineups by 2030, it appears the desired effect is still being achieved. The EPA is also proposing stricter emission standards for heavy-duty trucks into 2032. Now,
yeah.
the reason I bring that to you,
Okay.
SI. First off, what's your thoughts on that? What's your so we already know that this was a plan. We talked about this. So now they're talking about 2027 and plus. We're gonna need cars like that's let's say roughly 50%, 67% of light duty, meaning our kind of car.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And then 46 of medium duty. I don't even know what that means. Do they mean like
That's like SUVs and like minivans, or like better yet, like
To me,
let's say the
SUVs
cargo type of vans.
Okay,
to
so
do
like
work and stuff
e-transit
like that.
vans
yeah,
and stuff.
like that.
So what's your
Like
thoughts on that though?
Oh man, you know what bothers me the most is like they still pushing for this thing with no real solution behind it.
Shout to Dr. Phil. He tuned in. Dr. Phil said, I'm voting Republican from now on. I'm tired of these MFs. Men are mad at him either.
Yeah, but
Men not mad at him at all.
you gotta vote. Damn, the voting thing is real interesting too, because you gotta see what's best. You
Right.
know? That's a tough one though, but no doubt, Dr. Phil. Make sure you get out there and do the right thing. But I just feel like they pushing this thing with no real solution, kid.
Right?
Like you just said, we'll just look what happened over there in Florida.
And if you think that's not going to be a problem,
This is what I'm saying.
that's a problem.
And another thing that they pushing, right? How they going this hard, and we just did a couple shows ago, how they talking about how we still gonna be getting right with the oil
Oh, yeah. They said
2050 plus. Like what? Like so, it's like,
Come on.
What kind of message is this? Is this the message saying that only the rich can get next to the
Oh.
real autos?
Oh.
You know?
That's exactly.
Okay, then a better one. How you always say, "Bad money." What are they gonna do about the people who live in the buildings?
You can take the bus.
Damn.
Take the bus.
I think this is further separation.
Say
You know
it
what I'm saying?
again.
This is further division among peoples. And this is like they doing it at a different scale. And if you ask me, they use COVID as a perfect
As
time
an
to
accident.
scheme.
What's the shout to Ali Vegas? He used to always say, "What's the move before the move?"
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like they did that. They like, you know what, y'all? This is it. This is time now.
We're using it.
Mm-hmm.
Open the door.
It's like the floodgates got open. So I just feel like, man, they pushing this with no real solution to it. And it's kind of irritating. Like,
it's a fact, B. They could care less, son. This is what I say. This is what I say, son. At the end of the day, they don't care. They don't care, son.
This is ridiculous.
They don't care.
If he have his way, it's gonna stay like this. But this is why we gotta get him up out of there, though.
Yes, sir. What do you want to tell Joe Biden right now?
What's up, baby? Take me out to dinner.
Hey, yo. What do you
That's how we feel. He said, "What you want to tell Joe Biden?" Hey, yo, what's up, baby? Take me out to hey, yo.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, he's doing all this with no real solution, man. It's ridiculous if you ask me, kid.
So you got to ask yourself, right? And like I said, shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. You got to ask yourself at this point, right? If we do this, or when we go into this, we already know gas-powered cars are going to be around, but used, right?
True.
And we know used cars have a certain amount of lifetime. And see, they're going to have their way of shutting that down, too.
Of course.
Because if the dealerships are not selling these cars anymore, why should we keep making parts? They could put a limit on the parts they have to make. So now you can't get replacement parts.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Oh, man, I know what to tell you. Your water pump went, don't know what to say to you. Because the dealer's not making that part no more. So now you go to the junkyard, hopefully you can fix one. Oh, you know what? They're getting rid of the cars in the junkyard because they holding oil. We got to get rid of them.
That's true. So, you know, what happens is with that, man, that kind of affects the whole parts industry too, though.
Let's go. That
affects the whole entire parts industry too, son.
This is why.
But this is why this can't work. Cause how you gonna substitute all that? What are you gonna tell them? Yo, y'all, I don't know what to tell you.
Listen,
you can no longer sell this. What?
You think they won't?
Oh no, I think they will. But let's go.
So that's what's going on.
Okay.
The settings. All right, we got a caller. Hold on.
Man.
Okay, Rally Radio, you can hear us?
Yes, sir, I can.
I don't know why you coming in crazy though.
Oh,
Let's see,
man.
I got you. Hold on. How about now, Miller? Can you hear us? Miller, you can hear us? You can hear us loud. So I wonder why we can't hear you. But we can hear you, but the other people can't hear you. I don't know what happened with the. It's always something else. We'll figure it out though. But what you got for us, Miller?
Miller Tom.
Yeah, I'm just listening to y'all, and I was at the auto show the other day, and y'all were talking about auto parts and probably not able to get them in the near future. And I went to your Toyota slide.
Right.
Your guy is listening. If you could reach out to him, the resident Toyota guy.
Right.
And I went to the truck section, you know me, and I saw the 1794 edition. I think that's either the 2024 or the 2023 that they had there.
Okay.
It's gonna be more or less the 24 Tundra.
Shout to everybody who's tuned in. I know y'all can't hear the call up, so we gonna definitely try to keep it short. But we gonna tell you what he's saying. Go ahead, Miller.
So I asked the lady, and I said, "Did you have a V8 under it?" It was like,
Oh, she.
they do what they call an elite turbo V6.
What? An elite. So whoever's listening, Miller went to the car show, and it looks like he asked him what brand did he go see? He went to Toyota.
He went to go see Toyota. So
And Toyota said that they're not using what V8s anymore. They're using.
So he went to go see Toyota. He asked the young lady, "Oh, I see this 1794 Tundra."
Right.
He asked if it's a V8 underneath the bonnet. She said, "No, we're using an Elite Turbo V6."
That's hilarious. An elite, and this is where we are.
But here's the thing, right? You listen to Miller Tom, so right, they gonna keep talking about pushing these EVs and everything like that, right?
Right.
But why are they still trying to develop smaller engines?
Why?
What's the point?
I wish I knew, but it makes no sense to put something that small on into something so big. Pause again.
It's a fact.
That is true, man. That is true.
It makes no sense because now you're pushing that engine to give you more, and at one point or another it's going to tap out, and then, like you discussed a minute ago, where am I going to go to get these parts?
You're not.
Exactly.
But
So I know nobody can hear me, but I'm going to get off the line.
It's all good. We can hear you, Mill. At least we can hear you. Shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention.
sure.
Just having a little issues with the phone. But you got a point, though. And we're going to talk about it, too, Miller.
Absolutely,
And I'm going to fix
absolutely.
the phones. And when I fix them, I'm going to put it down in the comments so you can call back. All right, Miller, you already know what it is, though. We still appreciate you, though. 100%.
Factory.
Let's go. All right. Peace. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. We apologize for the phone line thing. We're going to figure out what's going on with that. But we do see all of y'all that's tuned in. So from what Miller was saying,
Yeah.
he went to the car show. He spoke to Toyota.
A Toyota representative.
And they said,
how we're not using V8s no more. Actually, they laughed at him when he asked the question, and she said we're not using V8s no more. We're using something called a V6 Elite Turbo.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
both of them.
But-
we doing both of them.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
But yo, you know what bothers me the most? Like when things like this, people migrated towards the Tundra for the V8.
Yes.
Like I feel like whoever's like running the show, right?
Uh-huh.
They doing their marketing and everything like that. They forgetting the main ingredients. Yo, the people like this thing for what it can do with that V8 in it.
Oh, man. We got another caller, and the phones are acting up. I can't stand this. All right, here we go. Rally Radio, who we got in the box?
What we got?
We can hear you. Can you hear us? All right, he can hear us. Yeah. Who's this? This Jay?
Big J, what's going on?
Yo, Jay, what's going on? Oh, man, we having such issues with the phones. I don't know what's going on with the phones. For some reason, the crowd can't hear you, but we can hear you. So, what you got?
Man. Hey, what is going on? Oh, man. So, I mean, I'm just going to tune in right now. Kind of wanted to answer what Miller was talking about with that V6.
Yeah.
First, Toyota's been kind of wanting to do away with that for a good minute. That V8 has been around since, God, I want to say the early.
Yeah, it's been around for a while.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I will say, those V6s are very beautiful. Like, I am very happy that they finally jumped back into the twin turbo V60s.
Yes. They did jump back into the V6. Shout out to everybody who's listening. If y'all listening, I know y'all can't hear them. We trying to load. We gonna try to keep it as short as we can so we can get back to y'all. But continue on.
Yeah. So, I'll make it real quick. So, that V6 is very tunable. It came out of the Lexus LS, like, 400. And hopefully, I'm hoping that they make a version of that for, like, the Camrys and stuff like that. If they ever run with the Cherokee Camry, because that thing is amazing. It's an amazing V6 engine.
Is it? Turn up the volume on the phone. Let's see if we can. Go ahead.
Well, it is only for the fact that you can actually do work with it. There's actually a lot of good little bits in that engine that,
So,
that allows you to sleep on.
but here's the thing, Jay. Hold up for a minute. So, shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. We definitely having issues with the phone. But what Jay is saying is that this V6 is actually, it got some tidbits to it. And the only reason we care, I'm going to tell you right now, the only reason why we care about that V6 is because we've been working with V6 and under for how long? Because we the import community.
Well, that is true though.
The
But
import community is the last to go to an 8.
yeah, but it's something. If you ask me, it's something about a JDM 8 that I think is fantastic. Son. The fact that they could go to that realm is just beautiful to me.
If you can give me one car that's highly sought after that's JDM that has a V8 in it.
Anything Lexus F-Series.
Yeah, right.
So,
Oh, what about the M45
you
with the 8 in there?
You're a real funny guy.
Come on, son.
You're a funny
Come
guy.
on.
You
Or what
know-
about even?
I will say, those like the Nissan BK engines, they're very good. They're for the that's what a lot of these drip cars out here use.
This is what I'm saying.
No, that's a fact.
And they sound, and they sound different. I don't know. Like I love Don't get me wrong, I'm a V8 guy too at heart too, but it's something about a JDM8 that's just like, damn, like they actually went there.
I'm gonna tell you this.
It's how they build the head. That's basically it. It's like how the heads are all built versus the American one.
Okay.
That's why they put those sounds, like, they all sound completely, like, out of pocket compared to, like, you know, what you hear with your typical LSs or, like, Emmys or, like, Coyotes.
Right.
And hold on, another thing that was fantastic. I know you remember this one, Jay. When somebody's 2007 Toyota Tundra went 1 million miles. I know because we talked about this.
Yes.
Come on, son, you kidding? In the 8?
Of course.
Come on,
Of course.
son.
That's right. Listen, in a Toyota V8, you will definitely hit 1 million miles. It doesn't matter what.
Come on, son. Come on. Come on.
You'll definitely do it. But you know what, though? Listen, if anything, but, like, to make it real quick, though, honest to God, guys, listen, I feel like them reducing the engine size down to a V6 is a better alternative than them going full electric.
That's a fact.
It does, but would you rather the alternative?
I tell you the truth. It's vehicular manslaughter for us to dog out
Yeah.
a 6. But at the same time,
I get it, man. I agree with you 100%. 100% though, but it's just something about like, all right, y'all, like I'd rather you did about it straight 6 or something.
that's a fact.
I don't know, like I love the turbos, I love the boost, I love it all, man. I love the boost.
Love the
But
boost.
I don't know, man. I think Toyota they had something great with that, but I for sure agree with you though. I'd rather that than but in time they're gonna eventually turn over that Leaf anyway though.
It's true.
So you gonna dead it? You gonna dead the A? You might as well go over there. Then you already took this path now.
It's true.
You already better yet, drop a 4 in there. Put a 4 in there.
That's true. That's true.
Put the 4 in there. Make 220 horsepower and call it a wrap. Tone capacity 200 pounds and call it a wrap.
And call it a day.
I don't know. So I feel like their backs again pushing the corner J and they just slowly
Doing what they want.
exactly.
And they like, you know what? We gonna not really doing what they want, but they doing what they forced to do. They're
Yeah,
being
but-
forced to do it.
I guarantee you, this Tundra is not gonna sell like that. It's gonna still sell.
Oh no, trust me. Those Tundras sell. Oh no,
They're gonna sell. They're gonna sell.
They
Yeah.
sell.
They're gonna sell.
I don't think nobody's looking for a Tundra with a 6 in it.
Trust me,
Though.
they do sell.
They're gonna
Although
sell.
I will say though, guys, I know you guys can't, the audience can't hear me too well.
Yeah.
I want to get your take. You know how Honda got a new V6 out, but now they're dropping the VTEC.
Yeah, with no
What's
VTEC
your
in it.
take on that?
Well, my take. Well, you look at it like this: if the Honda not having the VTEC is just showing, or getting rid of VTEC rather, is just showing that they really they taking the tech out of these motors. Period. Like the real smarts out of them. What's the sense in keep making VTEC when we going electric?
That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense. They're like, yo, why should I keep making why should Honda keep trying to perfect something that the world is trying to get rid of? So like you said, I believe that the companies are doing things that they're being forced to do.
And you know what? I think they're doing it, and they're not even. I feel like what's left of the gas powered engines, I don't feel like they're putting their best effort in it though.
That's a fact.
I don't think so. Because like you said, what's the point of us trying to really nail this down? What you said, Jay?
No, some of them they are, yeah. Some of them they're kind of coasting along with it, but you still see some good tech out there, you know.
I'm not impressed by that. I'm gonna tell you, all the new stuff that's coming out now is stuff that we are already into. GR Corolla, for instance, 3-cylinder turbo.
Okay.
We into the small motor with a big turbo. We into that.
Yeah.
All-wheel drive. We into that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But what has really come out? Look at this Ford Mustang with the drift stick. Pause. Like, who's into that? What is that? You feel what I'm saying?
You know what it is? I think what it is that they're trying. You know what it is that like this is just sort of like Ford's attempt to try to appeal to a crowd, trying to appeal to the young crowd, without and at the same time trying to like not compromise what the Mustang really is.
But here's my problem with the young crowd don't buy Mustangs. They don't
even buy cars.
They don't. They want these little, they into these Teslas and
That's
let them
what I'm
have
saying.
it.
They want transportation appliances. They don't want cars.
Right. They don't want that.
Come on, son.
Right.
We'd be lucky.
But but at the same time, it's like even though Ford isn't. I have my beef with Ford, but I feel like Ford has all the opportunity in the world to make good cars, but then at the same time they look at shouldn't feel any good car and say, yeah, let's do the opposite of that sometimes. You know, like good example like that Mach-E nonsense they kept trying to push on people.
So I will say this, right?
Okay.
At the end of the day, Ford is, you can't knock them. Like I said, it's hard for us to knock them.
For sure.
Because they're still making their Mustang. They're still making their V8. They are.
Okay.
And they're going to be making it for a little while. So it's hard to knock them. But at the same time, it's like you got to market to the people who buy. And and at the end of the day, we are the people who buy. These young kids, where they getting it from? Where they getting 40, 50,000 from?
Yeah.
And you can't even say that. Most of them now are going for like 60. I think another thing about the new cars that are coming out nowadays and why we lose interest in them so quickly is because of these markups.
Yes.
Like, because you see some of these cars just getting marked up to such a psychotic number to the point that it just doesn't make sense. Why spend, I don't know, 60,000 on a Type R when now you're talking about like used Cayman money now?
Right.
Whoa. Hold on 1 second.
He said use. Yeah, he said that. He said that. He said that.
But Jay, my thing is though, it's a Type R.
Yeah.
It's a Type R though.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it a buck.
We
with
never
you.
had a CTR. We never did.
Never.
It's a Type R.
And not for nothing. And we're gonna get into that later in the show too.
But hold on. I gotta also point out too though. These Type R's are battling these Caymans. They battling these cars.
It's for fact.
They squaring up.
And when's the last time you saw a Civic that was not modified?
This is what I'm saying. So it's a Type R.
It's a Type R.
It's a Type R.
What really sold me on the Type R was when, like I said, SI Shawn pointed out. He said, "Yo, check out the car and driver."
Yeah.
They was having a shootout with all the cars, and I watched the Type R walking down that BMW. I was like, look at this.
When I seen that joint
It's impressive.
hooking that M2, I said, no, this is crazy, son.
This is impressive.
This is crazy.
This is impressive. Yo, Jay, we're gonna probably send you the link because I don't know what's going on with the phones. We're gonna have to restart them and see what happens because nobody could really hear you. What we're gonna do is we're gonna restart it and then I'm gonna hit you and tell you and call back.
Yeah.
All right. So with that being said, we're gonna jump in. Yo, Jay, as usual though, we
Sure.
appreciate your
100%.
input. I definitely appreciate the question because now it has me thinking like VTech is that's another thing that they won't be selling.
Nah, son.
You're gonna need a solenoid. Don't know what to tell you.
You know.
You're gonna need an ECU. Don't know what to say to you. This is what I'm saying, man. Shout to Big Ant. He said they build cars for the pronoun crowd. Yo, I'm dying. I'm dying over here. He said they build.
Get that on the show.
Yo.
Bring that
Yo,
down, son.
yo,
Bring that
Jay,
down.
you know what it is. We appreciate you as usual. This is our left coast guy.
Yes, sir.
We got a package we getting together for you, man. We gonna send some things over there because we definitely gonna need some reporting going on over there.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Oh, before I go, God, also tomorrow I'm going to try to make it out to the Long Beach Grand Prix.
What? Oh, Jay, take pictures and video and commentary and take a call if you could. Look. Jay, post all the pictures in the group, please.
100%.
Please post the pictures in the group so people can see. We gonna get back to the crowd. You already know what it is, and I'm gonna send you the thing when the phones are back. I don't know what's going on with them, but I'm gonna restart them. All right, Jay. Thanks. Peace. Later. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. We apologize for the.
Yeah, these technical.
I don't know what's
going
going. Like,
phone.
yeah, like what
It's out
happened?
of hand right now, yo.
It's out of hand, but it's all good. You know how we do. You know, we true mechanics in the sense that we know how to negotiate.
For sure. Right?
Shout to Big Ant, 1976. That actually had me on the floor. He said
Yeah,
they
son.
building cars for the pronoun crowd. Damn, son. One more time for the Nelson laugh. Because that was hilarious, by the way. But it's true. They not building the cars for the people who want the cars. They building it for people who don't even want them.
I think, it's sad to say, man. This goes back to when Porsche was like when they pulled back on that V8 Cayman. They was like, yo, for what? Why?
They said the energy ain't right.
Ooh, the energy.
What does that
is not-
mean? That just hurts my feelings. What you trying to say? I'm not making enough bread? Oh, nah, they ain't gonna buy. What?
I don't even think it's the dope part. I don't think it's the dope part. I feel like if they really do that, son, they gonna lose, son. They
But
gonna lose.
you know, here's my thing, and like I said, shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. At the end of the day, this is what they want, and this is what's happening, y'all. If you love your autos, like I said, the best days of motoring are behind us.
This is what I'm saying, and then I'm slowly learning that you actually have diehard car guys that's like this. Yo, no, the EVs. Oh man, extra motors, more power. What?
The colorful energy.
Damn.
Yo, these guys are on the
You're off
on
the
a
wall
roll.
today. That's it, son. That's it.
They on the roll. But with that being said, it just goes to show. So now when we look at at the EPA and we look at, they don't care how we feel.
Nah, B.
And you know why? Because the majority of the people that vote for the silliness that they doing don't care either.
Damn.
So I don't even know what to think of it. It's just one of those kind of things. You got to go, you know what? You just got to hold on, and hopefully, it'll work.
For sure, because the thing is though, if Biden has the way this thing is gonna go, it's gonna go even crazier. But
Facts.
if he does not, though, I'm telling you, it's gonna reverse.
And now that's the thing. That's the thing, because the reason they moving forward with a lot of this, they afraid that boy Trump get back in there.
Yeah, for sure.
So they lock him up, put him in a case. They don't care. And that's how you know this is, and I would say this. If it was being done from the other side, we would be casting it out like the devil.
Yeah, for sure.
But because they doing it, it's all right. I don't understand, man. So I just don't even bother. Listen. Everybody who knows us knows this is not a political show.
For sure.
Because we're not here for the politics.
Nah, no way.
But politics has intertwined with car ownership more than ever.
Yo, I ain't gonna front, like I never thought in all my days, like, yo, it would be so intertwined the way it is now. I thought it was so underneath the radar, right? That it's like, we got other stuff to do. Nah, son, this is what they have to do.
Right. Shout to Clarence. He said the phone goblins are causing havoc. I know, because I know everybody got something they want to say.
For sure, son.
And we want to hear it. Y'all know, first off, y'all know Rally Radio don't like turning down no calls.
Nah, heck no way.
Especially from the listeners, because we love to hear what you think.
Input.
Yeah. So this really hurt. This is what I hate. It's every time.
Every time we run into an issue, but it don't never stop. Let's go, man.
Nah, you know what I did? I just put the mic to the thing, and maybe you can hear them.
That's it.
This is crazy, son. We out here playing with zip ties, baby. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. You know how we get down, man. It's the bearded one here.
Man. Let's go, baby. SI Shawn.
You know what it is. So with that being said, man, we're gonna move right on to our next topic right here. So, like I said, the EPA thing is one thing, right?
Yeah.
But now it looks like Tesla is under investigation again. Tesla is under investigation again, and this time, it looked like they blew through a school bus.
Damn, son.
Ran over a little kid, ran over a teenage kid. They gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
U.S. road safety regulators have sent the team to investigate a crash involving a Tesla that may have been operating on partially automated driving when it struck a student who had just exited the school bus.
Damn,
son. So the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration Friday that it will probe the March 15th crash in Halifax County, North Carolina that injured a 17-year-old student. The State Highway Patrol said the driver of the 2022 Tesla Model Y, a 51-year-old male, failed to stop for the bus, which was displaying all of its activated warning devices. Sending special investigation teams to crashes mean that the agency suspects the Tesla was operating in systems that can handle some aspects of driving, including autopilot or FSD. Full self-driving. The devil.
Yeah, right.
Despite the names, Tesla said these are driver's assist systems that drivers must be ready to intervene at all times.
But wait,
we gotta turn the music.
But
on.
hold on, wait.
Yes, go get him. Go get him.
But doesn't that defeat the entire purpose of the whole system?
I mean, it says full self-driving, doesn't it?
That defeats the entire purpose of it, though. Why I gotta sit there and be ready to intervene?
It says full self-driving, don't it? Joe Byron. You know we putting that one on here next. Joe Byron. Oh, sure, baby. I don't understand.
Yo, it's just really bothering me because they know full well, like, yo, this has to stop, son.
So here's my problem with it. One, We've already seen that Teslas have a problem recognizing emergency vehicles. Forget emergency vehicles.
Yeah.
This thing plowed into the side
Of
a fire truck, crossed the highway. It's not like the thing, even if it didn't have the lights on, what if that was a wall?
Yo, whew.
Wile E. Coyote painting the wall and then run right into it. Yo, you gotta be kidding me. This is I don't understand.
But remember though, this is all a part, if you ask me, a pilot program. This is still a test.
They tested.
Remember Sunday? Remember how they said, or how he said it, that he sent a bunch of cars
To Brazil.
To Brazil.
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
No, he wasn't joking.
That's a joke. Come on. Son. First of all, we all know the roads out there. Lord knows what's going on out there. First off, son.
Right. Because I heard this wilding for the night at
This
night.
is
You
what
go
I'm
to
saying.
certain places in Brazil, it's like, yo, kid, you on your own. You on the commando tip, like paint on your eyes, loading the pistol. Out, yo,
Getting ready to jump in the Tesla like, yo, it's wartime. Yo, those is gonna be used in war. I'm telling you, son. Yo, they're gonna have them joints wheeling themselves right into people, son, right into the enemy. I'm telling you, man.
kamikaze mode. They taking it from Japan.
Telling you,
Yo,
son.
driving right into the building.
Yo, I'm telling you, B. This is like they need to stop this, son.
It's hilarious. Shout to Miller Tom. He said Transit's version of CBTC going through a work area.
Damn, what
Communicate.
the hell
CBTC is a way that trains communicate without no signals. They could just communicate with the train, see how close they need to be. But you know, we ain't gonna bash them too hard. But at the end of the day, this is what they doing. When you look at full self-driving, first off, let's just get into this situation a little bit, right? So now the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is now investigating Tesla over another incident of it just totally bypassing an emergency vehicle. And no school bus to me does not qualify as an emergency vehicle until the stop sign comes out.
Yep.
And the red lights are flashing because you are supposed to stop moving at that point.
How about when them yellow lights start flashing? We all know what the yellow lights are. Be prepared to stop.
Not Tesla. They
Nah. They probably speed up at that point, son.
We're trying to save you, Joe Byron. That's how it is. So we're trying to get them to understand. Like I'm trying to understand how are we still allowing this? But you know what?
Son.
It was a business transaction. When Elon Musk gave all the other EVs access to his supercharger system, America said, you know what? The government was like, we'll just wipe it away. Whatever you do, we're going to wipe it away. Damn. Because remember, they was after him too for full. Matter of fact, Joe Booty Cake is after him. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Joe Booty Cake is after him right now over full self-driving.
Oh man, son, this is ridiculous.
He said full self-driving just sounds stupid. That's the one thing I could agree with him with.
Cause it is. Cause how you telling me it's full self-driving and now I gotta be ready to jump in?
So then why are you driving? That's like, yo, kid, I'm gonna let you drive, right? But the minute you start acting up, I'm gonna jump in.
What?
That don't work like that.
Yo, listen, man. You know how it bothers me because that we're still not seeing like the writing on the wall with this.
No.
Like how many more people got to get hurt behind this?
Oh,
but I realize, man, a lot more has to get hurt though, son.
A lot more has to get hurt, kid.
Like you said, and then remember, did he even stop that supercharge station for all type of vehicles? Did he stop that?
Who?
Elon
Joe Byron.
Somebody stopped it. I remember he's like, oh, he cut it off or something like that. Like every whip can't get the charge.
Nah, did they stop that? I don't think so.
I don't know. I might have to go double check that one though. But this is ridiculous, man.
You know what makes it ridiculous? You know what makes it really ridiculous? Is the fact that people really believe that cars can drive. You would trust a car to drive itself while you drive it.
You know what bothers me more than that, though? You trust a computer with your life.
No, I'm good.
I told you, I got a problem when my washing machine decides to change the time when it's washing the clothes. That bothers me.
Joe Byron.
I'm telling you, one of the things I seen myself driving on the road that disturbed me the most was when I seen homegirl with the blinders on sleeping
full nap.
Yo, super nap time. So how on earth, right, am I supposed to be ready to intervene and I'm on my third dream? How? Mind you, the Red Baron is jumping out the plane like your whole lot.
And that's the I'm telling you.
We still buying it.
He bailing out. The plane is going down. Do we have any parachutes? We got one. Where? He jumping out the car. It's on fire. Wow. This is what's happening. And that's why we want people. If you know somebody that owns a Tesla, if you know anybody that owns a Tesla, give them the number.
Please, man.
It's acting up today probably because somebody with a Tesla was going to call.
Probably.
Or they just shutting us down. But give them the number. Tell them where the show is. We would love to hear. I want to hear why these things are such a rave.
And not for nothing, right? Every person that I do so happen to see in a Tesla, if they're not sleeping, they don't look happy behind the wheel.
They don't look happy.
They still don't look like they're enjoying it.
Did you see that recently they was getting on Elon Musk about the design of the cars?
Nah, son.
They was like, yo, they're hideous though.
No, they for sure ugly though. They never look good.
They never look good. And when I see dudes at a meet with one lowered, I'm like, you, sir. You are the reason why.
But you know what bothers me? Again, you know what? I get it, man. You want the latest and greatest. You want what's hot.
Is that latest and great? I mean, we got.
I don't know, but what do people try to do though? Yo, nah, man. Again, right? What is exclusive? Is it how much you paid for it? Is it the good deal you got for? Like, what makes it exclusive? Like, like you said, what is the rave behind it?
You know what makes it exclusive? It can't transform yet, but it will, and they updating it wirelessly.
Oh man, it has no recalls because you could do an over-the-air update. So I don't know, y'all.
I don't know. I just look at it more. The more I see these guys under investigation and stuff like that, it's like, I mean, under investigate. We're not talking about, oh, you know, yeah, they had a recall. No, we're talking about under investigation, bro. You going to spend your money in there?
But it's like they sold. It's like Tesla sold wolf tickets,
and they love
it. And they bought it.
And they bought it.
Yo, this joint could drive itself, yo.
Well, I'll tell you what. You want to talk about another car company that's out here talking about they got cars that could drive themselves?
Nah, man. Who else?
Waymo. Shout to SP to God. He said Elon got dupe of super villain status. He's up there with Thanos and the Joker.
Yo, it's crazy, son. It's out of hand, man.
It is out of control. I will say this, right? Now, Waymo, everybody, if you don't know what Waymo is, Waymo was a startup company that was pretty much supposed to be leading the way into self-driving.
That was out in China?
No. It was out here.
Okay.
But very few. Now, I believe Domino's was working with them for them to deliver pizza. They got these little robot things that deliver. When you order it, the thing drives to your house and drops the pizza off. But they had it drove through a bomb scare. What happened was SWAT team in LA was circling around this bank, and they sitting there with their guns, and here go the Waymo delivery pizza thing right through the middle.
It didn't.
I swear to everything I love.
Yo, that
the Waymo came through with the pizza like this.
Yo, y'all hungry?
Yo, who's stopping somebody from kicking this thing over and leaving your pizza there? I don't know. It's hilarious, but Waymo vehicles pull over in San Francisco due to fog. Yeah, I'm telling you, y'all buying this stuff. Alphabet Inc.'s self-driving technology unit Waymo, because yes, it does belong to Google. Excuse me.
Yeah.
It does belong to. Said on Wednesday that some of its vehicles in San Francisco encountered dense fog and briefly pulled over to the side of the road. The incident, which occurred at around 6 a.m. Pacific time on Tuesday, impeded some traffic movement before the cars moved out the areas as the fog began to clear. We have software updates planned to improve our fog and parking performance to address such situations in the future, the company said in a statement to Reuters. The company's cars use a system consisting of LiDAR sensors, cameras, and radars to perceive their surroundings.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Oh, man, son.
Shout to my man Larry McBride. He said, how about the cars and trucks parking themselves? If you don't know how to park, you shouldn't be. Yes.
A lot of things.
I don't want to do nothing for me.
A lot of things should be like that. Like if you really have no, like, if you really don't want to drive, just don't. Like you said, use the public. That's the public transportation is for.
That's
like,
a fact.
Literally though. Okay, cool. You scared of germs? Have the Clorox wipes on you.
That's a fact.
Wipe
if
the
you
spot
can.
down.
Uh huh.
You know what I'm saying? Get the Lysol out some. What happened?
Yo, I'm telling you, our listeners and the people that tune in, y'all should be stand up on Thursday night.
Nah, they have to be.
He said, you mean Waymo accidents. just can't, son. Everybody needs, I'm telling you, stand-up comedy.
Damn, son.
Here's my problem with it, though, right? And here's really where they're losing me. Now, on one note, I'm happy the thing decides to pull over when there's a problem, right? Instead of doing anything else silly, it pulls over. I can respect that.
Okay.
At the same time, it's pulling over because of something on the road. I think that's, and fog. Now, we're going to talk about our experience with fog.
Okay.
Driving on to the Dragon's Tail for Enter the Dragon Gutter Ball Rally's mini run that we do.
Yeah.
We did a run down to the Dragon's Tail. Now, this is going through the Smoky Mountains.
Yep.
So there was a point when we was driving and you couldn't see but the second car in front of you. Mm-hmm. Did we pull over?
No.
No. You know what we did?
What's that?
We put on our fog lights and manned up. That's what we did.
So, but you know, here's the thing, right? When you do encounter fog, what do you do when you encounter fog?
Turn your lights on. Turn your lights on bright. Slow down.
Right, exactly. You adjust to the condition.
That thing said the adjustment is to stop.
Don't let it have been an emergency now. This is what I'm saying.
Yo, pregnant woman in the back.
Son.
She about to give birth.
Somebody got a cut, missing a finger. Somebody trying to get to the hospital.
Waymo like this. Yo, the fog is too crazy, fam. You gonna have to walk.
But this is the thing. Like you adjust to the conditions. This thing is not. It's not. Like you said, it's gonna adjust to it and pull over. That's it.
That's a fact. Shout to Larry McBride. He said something that's very interesting. He said, "Soon you would need no driver's license because the car is doing it all."
But here's the problem with that though. That thing get into an accident. Who's getting blamed?
You.
This is what I'm saying though. Now you're gonna be uninsured somehow, no license. Come on, son.
And not only that, not only is it blaming you, it's giving you control with the last 8 seconds, like this, bailing out on you. How did you get me into this accident?
Yo, first of all, what kind of odd number is that? 8 seconds. Okay, we don't want to give him 10. That's gonna be a little too long. 8 got to be just right.
Right. You know why? Because it's taking 8 seconds to pick up an accident. Damn. Something to think about, y'all. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention, especially those on YouTube. If you tuned in and you listening, you know you want to jump in, you could jump in on our YouTube page. Subscribe if you can. It helps us out. You know what I mean? But with that being said, man, just think about that. Waymo.
Way more accidents.
Waymo accidents. I'm crying over here. We really got some people that should be on stand-up because that was hilarious.
Seriously, though.
So we talked about this a little bit. And we're going to get into it a little bit more. Lamborghini is not ready to downsize to a V6 engine. When I hear that right off the rip, I send chills down my spine because if that's the case, right, if V6 is going to be the new V12, we are in trouble.
But see, this is what I'm saying, though. This goes back to the Tundra.
Right.
Lambo's not ready to give up. They're not ready to downsize to a V6 or whatever like that, right? Are you looking forward to a V6 in a Lamborghini?
No.
For real, be honest, like,
no.
Yo, okay, Mr. Better One, we got over there, twin turbocharged, putting down about 7 and some change, all-wheel drive.
6.
V6.
No.
Better than that, though, we can engrave your initials on the engine for you. This is what I'm saying. Nobody's looking forward to that.
Nobody. As a matter of fact, if I roll into the Lamborghini dealership and they start talking like that, everybody getting their head. Everybody.
Even the receptionist gonna have problems because she pointed me to them.
She said, "Yo, look, yeah, they over there." Okay, V6 Lamborghini, I got you.
Damn. Son.
Everybody getting their head whipping now.
This is what I'm saying, man.
Tell me with this. Everybody getting their head whipping.
Damn, man.
So it just goes to show again. This is one of these situations. So let's get into this a little bit.
Let's go, man.
During an interview with Automotor Undersport, Lamborghini Chief Technical Officer Rovin Moore answered questions about the company's plans with electrified powertrains and how that will play out with downsized engines. But after seeing the Lamborghini Revuelto and its 1,001 horsepower hybrid V12 setup, one thing is certain. Fire-spitting engines are still alive in Lamborghini's future. Even in an electric age, we need technical differentiation that fits the manufacturer's philosophy.
Yeah.
Just to break down what he said right there. When you think about what he just said,
For sure.
he said, even in the electric age, We need technical differentiation that fits the manufacturer's philosophy.
But see,
What is Lamborghini's philosophy?
one of them seems to be big engines.
This is where we differ from other brands. The weight issue mentioned earlier will only develop in favor of BEVs in the coming years. But a V6 engine just doesn't fit the brand at the moment.
Damn, son.
Wow. What's your thoughts on that, kid? How do you feel about Lamborghini even being mentioned with a V6?
That doesn't even make sense, huh?
Doesn't make sense.
At all. When I think of Lamborghini with a V6 in it, it actually makes me sick. It makes me very sick. Unless
Killing me with this.
but like we said, like we're not here committing, you know what I'm saying, treason on any type of engines because they still around, which is great.
Right.
But again, they philosophy. Like what are we doing?
What's the philosophy? Right.
And I bring it back to Toyota with the Tundra.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, that Elite Turbo is probably great.
And shout to Marlon, the resident Toyota guy. He said that V6 makes more power in the Tundra, and it has a stronger towing capacity.
Yeah, that's fantastic though. But I'm still gonna grab the 8 though. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because if they give you, they say, listen, man, we got this Toyota Tundra with the nice V6. Man, I want that. Man, I want that.
See, you know what kills me the most, man. Like I feel like we so hung up on power. Like, oh man, it's just more powerful was great. They probably be able to make this V6 Lamborghini crazy horsepower
With no problem.
no problem.
No problem.
But
And
why?
they make 1,000 of them too.
This is what I'm saying.
But will they be any good?
I think that's a real question, man. I
Will
think
they be
I
any
think a
good?
lot of brands lose their philosophy along the way, or better yet, they never even had one. But I like those who stick to the roots, though. Like, don't get me wrong, man. If you can make it more efficient, sure.
Right.
I guess. Cool.
Right.
I guess. Right. What do you think about that? I don't know. I think
I'll tell you what,
really
when I hear
strange.
V6 and Lamborghini, so here's the thing, right? I mean, how far along are we talking? Right? Like I said, the Revolto that they just came out with did have 1,000 horsepower.
Okay.
Right? But at the end of the day, it just spooks me that, this may be where we are as far as like Lamborghini performance. But I would love to see what kind of V6 they would build. How high will it rev?
But that's what I mean. They probably can make it do all type of crazy things.
But are we going to be moved by it? Is the
What
question.
I'm saying.
I mean, just like with like Jay, shout to Jay for his comments earlier.
Mm-hmm.
If this is all we left with, just give me the plans for the V8. I'll build it myself. Give me the plans for the 12.
Yo, man, what's
I'll build it myself. I'll cast the block and everything. But if I got to deal with a V6 because this is all we have left,
Yeah.
that's one thing.
Okay.
But I'm just not, listen, you already know where I stand.
Yeah.
You already know that, the V6, this is it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, the best days of motoring are behind us. I believe when we got that 08 M5
Damn, son, don't talk about
with
that.
a V10 in it, you knew it was a wrap after that.
See, this is what I'm saying. Yo, what if it... But that's what I mean, though. Why didn't you just drop a 6 in there?
I don't know.
But this is what I'm talking about, though. Would you have been moved by a V6 one?
And shout to, and see, this is why I like Marlon. He said, I don't know, because some of the fastest JDM cars we've seen in a Porsche are 6. He's right.
Sure. No. Sixes are... Nobody's saying sixes are not good. But does a 6 get me hype in a Lamborghini, though?
No.
But that's what I'm getting at. Do a 6 give me hype in a Tundra? No. It doesn't do that.
Can it rev without blowing out? That's Miller's question. I believe Lamborghini, if they got a 6 to work. I mean, they've been making 8s that rev crazy. They're making 12s.
They working with different displacements though. The capacity to handle that is a little different now. It changes now. You know what I'm saying?
It would definitely be a whole. I'm trying to think. Was there ever a Lamborghini with a 6 in it?
Probably. I gotta research it. They probably did one that you probably never heard of,
And you
know what I'm
don't
saying?
want.
Exactly.
And you don't want. I'm sorry. I know. You don't.
But it's the truth though. Don't get me wrong, man. The 6s, inline 6, V6, flat 6 is all great.
Yes. But
But does it move you with stuff like that though? That's all it comes down to. Nobody's gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna go out there and grab that V6 Lamborghini. Damn,
That's a fact.
son.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And not for nothing, if there's no other motors around and they want that, they gonna want bread.
Are you kidding me?
They gonna want money.
It ain't gonna be any cheaper.
Nope.
Sure
Sure ain't.
Think it ain't gonna be any cheaper.
Keep that change.
But you keep your change on that one. I don't know if I really want to. But like I said, it depends on what's available, what's left.
Sure.
If that's
absolutely,
left and I
absolutely.
finally made it to the point where I can get a Lamborghini, which will be coming soon, by the
Yeah.
way, I don't care what nobody
Sure.
say. I'm speaking it.
Let's go.
I'm gonna get me one of these. I'm gonna get me one of these beastie ones. I ain't getting.
I ain't gonna
6.
front. If you think about getting a V6 one, I'm gonna talk you right out of that one. son.
Oh no,
I thought that's what you was going at. 'cause
no,
I'm like,
yeah,
what
no.
you
I
talking
want the
about?
beastie one. No, if I gotta go to Pebble Beach and buy one
Yeah.
from a from an 85-year-old man
Yeah.
who don't know, I'm doing it. If I gotta get the Lamborghini Diablo SV
Yeah.
from somewhere shady,
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting it.
But see, man, that's the thing behind these whole things, man. It's like, does that really get you excited?
What?
Seeing a Lamborghini with a 6?
No, not at all. That excites me. That excites me as much as me seeing those baby rabbits yesterday. I was like, damn, ruined my whole day.
Damn.
I said like this: what am I supposed to do with these things?
See, that's the thing right there, son.
You know, they appeal to my human side. So I said, you know what? They're not gonna be falcon food. I'm not gonna put them in a shoebox
Falcon
in the middle of the park. I said, I'm gonna put them back. I'm gonna give them a fighting chance. But I'm gonna tell you,
Yeah.
old me would have been like, yo, if nobody else gonna take these things,
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
See, another thing, right? It's just like the Supra when it came with the 4-cylinder.
Yes.
Nobody's excited about that. Are you kidding me?
And not for nothing,
And they tried
need
to bring it back.
Yeah.
Is that a joke? But
That's
that's
a
what
joke.
I'm saying, though. Some of the fastest or some of the most bouted JDM cars have 4s in them too.
I had to get them 3 times because you was in here speaking reckless. Like, yo. So when they took the 2J out of the Castro Supra and put the 4 in it, and I know that's not what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
You're talking about the A90 Supra.
Yeah.
But I just had to point out it's the second time the Supra did that, and it didn't work.
But this is what I'm saying, though.
Marlon is over there on fire.
he probably
already.
flaming up
Your
right now.
boy.
Nobody cares about a 4-cylinder one. But that's the whole premise of what I'm trying to get at. It's like, okay, now Ferrari turn around and trying to make it about a 4-cylinder Ferrari. Is that a joke?
That's a joke.
Come on, son.
You know what else is a joke out here?
Let's go.
You know what's a real joke out here? Y'all want to talk about power and what shouldn't have and what should have? The Chevy Corvette SUV.
Damn, son.
Blech.
But wait, what if this is the only thing that's left?
Blech. I'm sick. I'm upset. Blech.
But yo, what if it's turbo hybrid, four motors on it? Bout it.
Blech.
Keep that change, you filthy animal.
Anytime I hear Corvette and SUV, that's it. Blech.
Keep that change, you filthy animal.
The 2025 Chevy Corvette SUV said to start with the internal combustion engine power, not be EV only. Engines rumored to range from 300 horsepower twin turbo 6 to a 682 horsepower supercharged V8.
Keep that change, you filthy animal.
But this is what I'm saying. You still not pumped over it coming V8 because why is it a Corvette and an SUV? Why they think about turning a Corvette into an SUV?
Why?
This is what I'm saying. It's not the same thing with Ferrari dropping the V12 in one of they. It's not the same thing.
Oh man, shout to Marlon. You know Marlon spits the venom.
Let's go.
We started talking about Marlon was like, no one cares about the so-called A90 Supra, period. 4-cylinder, 6-cylinder, manual or auto.
But before that though, in the 80s there was a 4-cylinder Supra though, but nobody cared about that.
Yeah, nobody cared about that.
Nobody. This is what I'm saying though.
So we're going to get into this a little bit. It looks like
Yeah.
the 2025 Chevy Corvette SUV said to start with internal combustion engine power, not be EV only. So, Car and Driver has another installment for the saga of the rumored Corvette SUV last November. Damn. You know, everybody talked about how Corvette planned to launch their own brand. And the brand is going to be, Corvette is going to be its own brand pretty much. And it looks like all of those things hinted towards the CT5V and the CT4V being gone.
Damn, son.
So, And the Camaro.
There's a few people that thinks those black wings is garbage.
And for those people who think the black wings, just give them to us. What you want with them? What you want with them? Vehicular treason.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
First degree. Shout to Miller.
Let's go.
So here's some of the things they're expecting. These are some of the cuts that is going to come in. You're going to have a turbocharged 4-cylinder, 300 horsepower SUV.
Okay.
Chevy Corvette SUV. I don't get it. You have a twin turbo V6 coming with 400.
Wait, you mentioned that was a turbo 4-cylinder. You mentioned that.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Wait, turbo 4-cylinder.
Yes. Turbocharged 4-cylinder.
Okay.
300 horsepower.
Yep.
Twin turbo V6 with 400 horsepower.
Okay.
6.2 liter V8 with 500 horsepower.
Okay.
And then a supercharged 6.2 liter V8 with 682 horsepower. Now this is an SUV. We're not talking about, oh, you know what? This is not the Dodge Durango Hellcat. This is not something that been around and they said, you know what? Or a track hole. We going to, one time only, we're going to put a nasty V8 in this. No, we're not talking about the Porsche Cayenne GTS. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about a Lamborghini Urus.
Nope.
Even Ferrari decided to squeeze a V12 in their SUV.
Here's the thing.
We talking about a vet.
But this is what I mean. The main, I guess the caveat with this is, right, it's a Corvette though. It's supposed to be a Corvette. Nobody took the nobody took the 48 Pista and turned into an SUV.
Hilarious.
Right? Nobody took the 911 Porsche and turned into an SUV.
Hilarious.
Right? Nobody took the Dodge Charger or Challenger and turned into an SUV. They
Right.
had their own, it was their own thing.
It was their own thing. So now we taking a sports car.
A legend.
No, a vet is a true sports car.
A legend.
A legend. I thought you said a legend. I was like,
Oh,
a
no.
legend. I was shocked. You didn't see me looking. I was like this.
I'm like, oh, look, he didn't hear me.
I said,
He
no,
didn't hear
he
what I said.
did not. I said, did he say a legend? Yeah, hell no. I was like, oh, but they taking a true season sports car. For real deal. We ain't talking
Yeah.
And they're turning it into an SUV.
This is kind of giving me Mitsubishi vibes.
It's giving me Ford vibes all over again.
Damn, son.
Took a Mustang and made it fat, put another motor in it, and said, this is a Mustang. And people bought it. I just can't get over this.
Yeah, it's like when people drink the Kool-Aid, like, yo, what are you doing?
Like, what are you doing? You ever seen that TikTok or that Eevee with the dude, not Eevee, TikTok or the Instagram clip where the mouse came back with the cheese?
Oh, my, yo.
The
so
mouse
said, yo,
kept,
this is good, son. Yo, he just left it out there.
They
Same
said,
when
son,
I was chasing us every day. Yeah. He said, yo, I could get with it.
he
Called.
croaking in there.
He's
son.
like, yo, you good, fam? He's like, yeah.
You know what I don't understand? Whoever's sitting in the boardroom, and agreeing with this. Meanwhile, the tech guy downstairs in the garage, that the guys that had the tires around there they down there mad.
I think they upset. I think they're actually packing up their tools, taking their drawing boards, and
going home. I'm about to pass out because it says they probably, shout to Larry McBride, he said they probably feel you shouldn't have to crawl out of car so you can just get in. But those are the things, though. There's nothing wrong with having this SUV. That's what I don't want people to think. It shouldn't be called Corvette. They could make this thing, and because of the specs, it's going to sell.
For sure.
Chevy could take a name.
They could just call it Chevy.
They could call it anything. They could think about how many Chevys that they had that was classics.
Yeah.
They call it a Chevy Malibu SUV. They call it a Chevy Caprice SUV.
They could call it Chevy.
Come on. A Chevy
skateboard.
Lomalox or something like that. But they chose to call it Corvette, and that is my problem. Certain cars are not for certain people. Now, shout to my guy McBride. He's like 6'5".
Okay.
So I know what he means.
Okay.
If he getting a Lamborghini or a Vet or something like that, he got to lay down flat.
Nah, but see, that's one thing, though.
But,
all right, cool, right? Everybody may not be able to fit in one. You don't got to turn around and call it a Corvette, though, because it's still not a Corvette, though.
Exactly.
So it doesn't really matter.
And if you want the power is fine.
That's
like
one
I said,
thing. That's one whole separate entity as far as that's concerned.
shout the end. He said laziness. Nah, I wouldn't say that. I think it's late. You're right. It's laziness on Chevy's side to not even want to create another brand.
No. They did, but they said, you know what? We're gonna call it a Corvette.
That's
They thought
lazy.
about it all. They
And-
thought he's correct. I agree with him. They like, you know what? Who cares? Just like what Ford did with the Mustang. Who cares?
They don't care, bro. They
Who
don't care.
cares? Because the ones who was calling the shots, they not there no more.
And that's the thing. The people that really made these cars, they retired.
That's what I'm saying.
They retired. And these young bucks is out here.
Pronouns running around.
Pronouns running around. We need that on a shirt. Oh my goodness.
Pronouns making calls or shit, son.
We about to get taken off. Pronoun, huh? The name. We're paying for the name. That's a fact.
That's all it is.
But here's like I said, if they brought out a supercharged 6.2 liter V8 SUV,
Or better than that, if they would have dropped a full cylinder turbocharged SUV, cool. Call it something else though.
don't call it a vet.
Better yet, you see what Dodge getting ready to do. They getting ready to bring back the Hornet in an SUV form.
Okay.
What are you doing? But this is what I mean though.
They
Like,
taking the names of legends and slapping them on these SUVs, and because it has the name of the legend, they think you're gonna buy it.
man, son.
Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Good luck with that.
Oh man, it's ridiculous.
It's
man.
ridiculous. With that being said, we got one. You know what? And I was dying to get to this. Well, it looked like I wasn't dying. It looked like the cyclist was dying. Let's get into that a little bit. SUVs are more dangerous to cyclists than cars due to a certain study. Concern about large SUVs and trucks in regard to crash safety, particularly for cyclists and pedestrians, have been mounting. The organization looked at a set of 71 deadly single-car collisions in Michigan, specifically 23 that involved cars and 23 that involved SUVs. There weren't enough crashes with pickup trucks for them to be included in the study. And using 2 rating scales for injuries, it found that SUVs posed additional dangers. Overall, there were 55% more traumatic injuries caused by SUVs than cars, and in particular, there were 63% more severe injuries to the head in SUV-related crashes. Severe injuries across the other body parts were fairly even. What's your thoughts on that? Because the same reason that they dropped the speed limit, the same reason why they did all of this stuff, is the same thing that makes these SUVs dangerous. And now, not only are they dangerous,
Okay.
we're putting more power in them.
More power. They're getting bigger. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like what they're doing is, again, it doesn't make sense, son. It doesn't make sense. You think they're gonna tell them to make them smaller and less powerful? No.
Keep them the size they are.
No, keep them the size they was.
Right.
Not what they are. They,
Like a
so-
SUV, when they say sport utility vehicle, we've totally gotten away from that. That's a whole nother ball game. Because you can't tell me that a Nissan Murano is a sport utility vehicle.
God,
I can't.
Nah, kid. Nah, there's no way. Because that's like a full-size SUV.
I can't.
It's a full-size. So, but you're right. Like, they got away from that whole premise, too. But this is just... okay, that was another reason why when they said, yeah, you got to have lower hood lines on the vehicle so you
Yes.
can see the cyclist.
Yes. So lower hood lines, 1. 2, you're just dealing with more car.
Son, you didn't... Oh, man.
So the same accident, if I'm driving a car and God forbid you clip a guy at 25 miles an hour.
Yeah.
He may get hit. He's going to wash up against the windshield or whatever. You're going to flip over the car maybe, and then you're going to end up on the floor.
Yeah.
SUV, you just bang. You getting hit, and I'm running you over.
That's it, son, because I'm not going to hit you and you're going to go in the air. Because
No.
the hoods are at your head.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
So now I'm just going to mow you over.
come on, huh?
And we want more of those. This place is hilarious.
I feel like this is like it's like a Looney Tune show. That's just not stopping, son. It's like a Looney Tune series, yo.
It's like, how did they even get this far, kid? And you know what? It's a Looney Tunes. That's what I'm saying. It's a joke.
It is. It's like, yo, okay, we don't want this, but we want this. Oh, damn, hold on. This is more dangerous, though. But, okay, who cares? Let's have more of it, though.
They don't care.
Come on.
And you know, when you think about it, right? It's like, when you think about the point of it, the point of the SUV is what? For safety. But not for those that are not in this SUV.
That's what I'm saying. But wait, remember, the other part was it for the SUVs that they was higher.
It's a big clown show out there. We'll continue on.
All I see is everybody's running out with their feet moving mad fast with them big boots.
It's a big old clown show, and you invited. Come on down. Buy yourself a nice little SUV, and then you know what? We'll put you out in the street, and hopefully you mow over a cyclist or two. That's what it's going to be. With that being said, this is Rally Radio. You know how we do. We promote silliness here from the automotive community.
Yo, son.
This is hilarious. That's what they paying you for. That's what they paying for. They paying for the clown music. That's hilarious.
They all be, and it's like, remember, people wanted to do away with the wagons to get SUVs. Remember that?
Well, Toyota Crown is gonna come out as a wagon too, but that's gonna be an SUV loaded. Who knows? Who knows? With that being said, man, we're gonna move right on. You know, we got a couple things we're gonna talk about here, and now we get to jump right into our favorite segment, and that is gonna be
It's Tech Talk with Pop the Bearded One and SI Shawn.
all right. Tech Talk now. Looks like now, you know, it's only one thing we talking about today, and you already know what it is. We talking about the Type S versus the Type R. Wow. The Acura Type S has been revealed, and we already know that you know the specs because you guys are car guys and car girls out there. We know y'all know, but we're going to bring it for everybody that don't. It looks like the 2024 Acura Integra Type S will have 320 horsepower,
Yeah.
a 6-speed manual transmission,
Only.
and ultimate street performance. Get into it a little bit. It has a 2-liter turbocharged four-cylinder engine that produces 320 horsepower, 310 pound-foot of torque.
Okay.
That's 5 more horses than the Type R.
Okay.
But I always said that there's horsepower lurking in the Type R with the exhaust. I've been on record saying that, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So now it comes with all the amenities that Acura would have. Great seats.
Yeah.
They're plush, slight leather, slight I don't know.
Alcantara?
A lot like that, but they're heated.
Okay.
So I own a Type R, and my seats are not heated.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, but I get it. It's a Type R. I didn't get it for heated seats. But now,
Yeah.
that's coming in the Type S, right? So now also, the Type S is going to have it's going to have big brakes, big wheels, suspension upgrades. It's going to have the heads-up display,
Yeah.
crazy digital screen. Is this car better than the Type R? I gotta hear your answer.
Is this car better than Type R? Is it better than the Type R for who?
Ah,
You know, it's
good,
like-
good comeback.
But my question is though, right? Pretty sure it's gonna have the adjustable suspension like the Type R. does.
Yes,
Why?
it does have a plus mode.
Why?
I don't know. I would like to believe that these guys, you know, shout to the Facebook. You said, man, that Type S is smoking. Makes me want to trade it. Oh, we know who that is. That's Jay.
Yeah.
Make me want to trade in the GS. Oh boy, V6 Lambos, Corvette, SUVs. Maybe God is right. We should just wipe out the human race.
This is what I'm saying. One of the Facebook users is getting it, so they understand it.
So here's my thing, right? I will say this. We already knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah, for sure.
When they said they was bringing out a Type S, your reaction was, whoa.
Yeah.
My reaction was, whoa.
Yeah.
We both came to the consensus that the only way they're gonna sell is if they're better than the Type R, and they must have been listening to Rally Radio because they did
They
it.
had to. See, is it better? I don't know if it's really better because we can adjust to both the vehicles. Obviously, you have one.
Yes.
But if a Type S come around, we'd be able to really adjust to it. But can you really say it's better as far as what? Okay, heated seats.
No. It has everything.
Yeah, it probably got all its little sensors and everything like that. But when I mean sensors, I mean like lane departure probably has and things like that, which I for one don't care about. I don't know how you really feel about.
No,
that.
I don't care.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, my next question is this: a driver's car though?
You want my honest opinion? I think so.
Why do you say it's a driver's car?
I would say that depending on, like, okay, the Type R, right, is more of a focused driver. You know what I mean? And like I always say, my Type R is a utility knife. It could be whatever I want it to be.
Okay.
You know, like, you know what? If I wanted to go get groceries, you could do that. But if I want to dial up and go at something at a light, I can do that too.
Okay.
I want to dial up and hit the highway, I can do the same. I believe this Type S is the same, but all luxurious. And that's what we said before. We was like, yo, you know, it's going to come with everything that the Type R has. But it's going to have what Acura has and what Hondas don't. And that's exactly what they did.
But wait,
Heads up display.
yeah, but
I love that. I love little things like that.
I mean that's not bad. Nothing's wrong with that. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
But can we sit here and say it's a better car though?
I mean, we'll never. Here's the thing. Which one would you take? You got got the money.
Okay.
Price is no object.
Okay.
You have a choice between a Type R and an Acura Integra Type S.
Type R, hands down.
You're gonna take the Type
Not
R.
a question. Not a question.
You're gonna take the Type R.
Type R.
What if they come out with an Integra Type R? Whoa.
See, okay. See, that would be a little different though. That'd be a little crazy now if they do that.
I think they are.
However, though,
I think they're gonna have a limited run. I swear to God, I think they're gonna have. If
they may.
Acura's smart, a limited run. Acura Integra Type R.
they did it once. They gonna do it again. They may do it again. But still, though, we never had a CTR here.
Okay, that's why I got it.
Never had one here.
That's another reason why I bought the Type R, because it was never one here.
Right? And what I like about the Type R is, like you said, it's way more focused.
Yes.
It's way more focused. Like, it's cool that, again, you can make it do whatever you want, but it still has a main purpose. Like, what is the purpose of this right here?
The purpose is for the people who want performance, or want a nice performance ride without just having a car that's totally dialed in. And how many people do you know are like that? The community's eating this car up.
For sure.
The community's gonna eat this car up. If it has all the benefits with the Type R with a few extra touches of luxury, I don't know. Older me now is looking at this and making me think about it. I'm telling you.
No, don't get me wrong. It's hot. I love this version of it though. This is cool, but
shout to Jay. That's
all in all, it still gives me a TLX vibe though.
Oh boy. Oh, that was
the TLX is the big one.
Yes.
Right? It still gives me that. It's still. You might as well go grab a TLX because they making about the same amount of power. If not, the TLX is making more.
I'm gonna say this. Is it what I expected? Yes.
For sure.
Absolutely. It did not shock us one bit.
No, it really didn't.
It really didn't. Now, would I take it over the Type R?
Yeah, that's the real question.
No.
But why not? Why not? You're kind of a slightly older gentleman.
Shut his mic off, right? Like this.
Right? No, because that's what happens. How did we read it? They said the Type S is for adults or something like that. How did we read that?
Yeah, I'm gonna really we're gonna.
I'm just saying.
You know what? Where's Ronald at, man?
I'm just saying.
You calling me old, man?
They said this is supposed to appeal to the older crowd.
I don't like this guy.
You know what I'm saying? People don't like crawling out of cars.
Here's the thing. I will say this, right? Even if that's the case, I still wouldn't.
Why not, though? Well,
because it's still that's not the driving experience that I'm looking for. Because if I'm going to get luxury, I'm going all the way.
I hear you. See, and that's what I mean, though.
Right.
That's like, for instance, right? The heated seats is okay. They cool, but not for a vehicle with cloth seats or Alcantara seats. You don't need heated seats. They don't really get that hot. I mean,
they got some cold leather in there. Don't get it twisted.
No, I believe
they're not Alcantara all the way. It's like half and half.
No, that's fine. Yeah, sure, you can use that, right? You can miss me with that. The lane departure stuff. I feel like a lot of these things, the people appeal to them because it takes a lot of the driving away. It still does.
Okay.
Well, you need lane activation?
Nah. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I think about the rally. When I think of cars like this, and then interior is off the wall.
Yeah, for sure.
The interior inside this is off the wall. Now, that's my own personal preference. And because I have a Type R, I love that car.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you, man, there's some people who are not as performance focused as us.
Yeah.
And they want this car.
No, that's cool. Not for nothing. If I had the choice, I'd get them both, right?
That would now that'd be greedy. See, I didn't leave him that option because he would take it.
I would do both, but not from looking at the seats, right? The seats don't fit the crime, son. What are we doing with those?
Yo, killing me with this.
See, like they was hitting the nail on the head, and then I guess along the way they lost track of the nail.
I will say this though. I would buy one.
I would
buy one. However, I must have a Type R first.
And here's the thing, right? Another thing. The Type R also got adjustable suspension for comfort mode.
Yes.
Right?
So what I'm saying, they had to do it. It was not going to be better. I mean, it had to be better to sell. We know that. It had to be better to sell.
It had, but you know, even not for nothing, I still like feel like they could have went at this Type S, detuned a little bit, still would have sold.
Detuned?
Still would have sold. I'm talking about like 275.
I never heard you talk about turning horsepower down in the car.
Why I'm saying that?
Tells me you want it.
No, that's not.
Yes, he does.
Why I'm saying that's because why they had to up the Type R by 5 then 1.6%. Why they had to do that?
It was done by flapping the exhaust. It's not.
But why they had to do that though?
Because it had to be better. Historically, like we said the other week, historically, Integra has always been stronger than the Civic.
Sure, but that's what I'm saying though. So it's like,
but then the Integra weighs more than the Civic. So the Civic,
until you get into the Type R version of it though, then it's like.
And if y'all think, check his mic, right? And if you think that version is not coming, I believe they're gonna have a numbered Type R again. And when they do,
I bet you these Type S's is numbered. You think gonna be a quadrillion of these?
Nope.
They are?
Nope. I don't think they numbered. I think that ultimately they're gonna have another Type R. And when they do, that's gonna be it. Then if they're smart,
2-door or 4-door.
Oh boy, you know they said they're not going 2-door no more. If they went 2-door, it'd be great though. But it'd be great. But I gotta say,
yeah,
the fact that we even in here talking and arguing about it makes it great. Because you know what? At a time where everybody's trying to go electric, at least they're still giving people what they want, albeit short. He's still giving you what you want. So I'm excited. So
absolutely,
shout to them.
Absolutely.
Shout to the Type S.
Absolutely, 100%.
That was tremendous.
100%.
With that being said, we're gonna jump into a new segment, Art of the Apex. We're gonna be talking about all of our racing news here. It looks like Perez is leaving Red Bull. You want to get into that a little bit, or shall I? It looks like it's getting a little interesting over there.
Get into that a little bit.
So we all know Checo Perez is second in Red Bull right now, but he is an accomplished racer, and he's pretty good. He's been on the podium so far this year, but it looks like in 2026 he's going to be plotting his leave. He's going to look like he's leaving, probably to go to McLaren and race for McLaren, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that Max Verstappen is the man. And we talked about this before. Whenever you have a racing team with two dominant races, it's whoever's winning, they're going to make the cars based on him, not you.
I think it's a part of that. I think it's partial whoever's winning.
Right.
And then let's say Max Verstappen is better with talking to something like that to the media or whatever like that. I think a lot of things plays a part in that. You know? They both dominant though. Yeah. Why can't they straighten out the car to his liking too? It's not like they share cars. Right.
They do share cars, but ultimately, I believe, sounds like SI Shawn trying to make that switch. Oh, he going to that Type S. He gonna be like, man, want the Type S?
Yeah, right.
Give me the Type S.
Yeah, right. Switch what?
I will say this: when it comes down to Perez, he's a great racer. He may get his light if he goes somewhere else. That happens all the time.
Sure, but now he got to worry about somebody else over there is not dominant though.
Yo, but then at one point you got to be the top driver, bro. That has nothing to do with that person now. Now, if you take that car, and you dominate, they have no choice but to turn it your way.
So you don't think he's better than
Verstappen?
Yeah, because that's what it really comes down to. Then
you want my honest opinion? I just feel Red Bull is dominant. I don't know what they're doing to their cars versus what Mercedes and Aston Martin is putting on the show this year. Don't forget the next race is in May. Yeah, it's going to be tremendous.
But that's what I'm saying. Aston Martin is performing well.
Wow. Shout to Marlon, man. Max has a clause in his contract where Red Bull has to give him a competitive car or he can opt out of his contract or he's a beast. In other words, I got to get the animal or else I'm out of here. Wow. Hammy should have had one of them because Mercedes doing what they want to do. But
yeah, at this point.
It just remains to be seen, man. I will say this. Perez is doing what he got to do. He may have to move on.
Yeah.
Nothing new that we haven't seen in this sport or in sports in general. You have the older lions that feel like it's my time and I'm not moving on, and you have the young lion coming up behind him that's ready to take the spotlight, and the old man doesn't want to give it up. It happens all the time. But
wait, yeah, continue.
But I will say, it's not that it makes Perez any worse of a driver. I just think that he hasn't had the opportunity to shine, and when he does, when he has his own race team, his own spot where it's totally focused on him. He's gonna do a good job.
But if you a halfway decent driver though, and you got a beastly whip, it kind of changes the game though.
Listen,
what if he is better than Verstappen?
What if he is? And look, Red Bulls don't care. Red Bulls not interested.
That's the reason why they're not interested. So.
Nah, you know what? They're getting their money off of him right now, and you got to look at it too.
Okay,
Max won, well, albeit controversy and everything.
Yeah.
He won. He won the chip. You know? Shout to Miller Tom NYC. He said, which brings up the age-old question: is it about the car or is it the drive? Whew.
Man,
that is why we go on the rally, my brother.
That's a fact.
That's
right?
why, because we want to answer that question. But with that being said, we're gonna move right on to the next topic that we have here. NASCAR suspends Cody Ware. Wow. Listen, NASCAR suspends driver Cody Ware following an arrest on assault and strangulation charges. Ware, 27, was released on a $3,000 bond Monday and faces an initial court date in May. People confirmed the 27-year-old Cup Series driver was arrested in Mooresville, North Carolina on Monday and faces misdemeanor charge for assaulting a female and a felony charge for assault by strangulation inflicting serious injury, according to the Iredell County Sheriff's Office online records. The alleged incident took place last week at a home in Mooresville, the Associated Press reported. The outlet added that Ware was released on $3,000 bond following his arrest. Ware's initial court date is set for May 1st. That is crazy. Gotta stay away from the females, man.
Nah, you know what be confusing me so much? Like they have they doing something in life which is pretty ill, and they still manage to get caught out there, son.
Right. But you know what though?
Nah, I don't know.
Here's the thing: they get caught out there. I would like to believe, and like I said, I feel like any sports person should follow Derek Jeter's lead. Derek, and obviously we're not comparing racing to baseball, but as far as an athlete is concerned, because I do believe that race car drivers are athletes as well. They cannot get in the car and focus at 200 miles an hour for 4 hours. That'll wear anybody out. But
4 hours, half an hour, got people crash.
I play Gran Turismo on my hand. I'll be like this. Woo. You know what I'm saying? So imagine if it's for real. But I will say this.
Yeah.
They got to start adopting the moniker that you have things you want to do. You have a future. You have things that you want to accomplish. You cannot accomplish it.
Yeah.
If you have other things that's taking away your focus. And if this is the kind of relationship that you in, before you put your hands on this woman, you need to go, yo, you know what? It's time for me to step off. There's no reason to be putting your hands choking out a woman like that.
Nah, man, not when you could turn around and go hit the track. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Right.
Son.
Or better yet,
you got different outlets you could,
or you could just jump it. Imagine what he got in the driveway.
This is what I'm saying.
But it's probably different because he does it all the time.
I agree. We won't know, you know what I'm saying? But I guess how I'm looking at how we would probably react to it might be a little differently. Like, you know what?
It'd be the Rocky movie all over it. It's suicide. I'll be jumping in the Ferrari. I'll be
oh man.
Walk away, man.
Yeah, I'm saying, yeah, walk away.
At the end of the day, it's not worth it. It's not worth what he could lose. If you feel this thing is going that way, you need to just keep it pushing, fam. So, listen, hey, we'll see how it plays out, though. You know, NASCAR is one thing. You know, they suspended him. I'm shocked. I don't think I've ever heard of anything like that. If anybody knows, you could drop it in there. But with that being said, we're gonna jump right in. We got our next segment coming up right here. I know we turn the music off. It's serious.
Driver's etiquette, because sometimes you got to get this off your chest.
All right, we have reached driver's etiquette, and this one right here hit home a little while ago, and I hate that we just seem like we're running out of time every time, but what does your garage look like?
That's not a bad one.
What does your garage look like? What will be your legacy in the world of autos? That to me. Now, like I said, I went with my homeboy yesterday, and he picked up a bike, and the garage, it just has so much nostalgia in this guy's garage. He had old license plates, pictures.
Yeah.
He had his first set of tools. He had new tools. He had the motorcycles. He had the jackets. He had everything in there. He had car pictures, everything. And all I could think of was, wow, man, this is a garage. Damn. This guy was truly about motorsport his whole life, and it shows. And that's why I ask, what does your garage look like?
Man, at the moment, I got tools everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I got to paint the walls. You know, I got to do the floors. Yeah, it's coming along. ZX6R somewhere, hiding.
Nah, but what I mean is, internally, what does your garage look like?
10 Supras.
No.
Oh, okay.
I already know what you want. But I mean, what is your legacy as far as autos are concerned? Like the cars you've owned, like the time you took with them. Did you have fun with them? Did you take pictures of them?
Okay.
Like, what does your garage look like? And when I thought about the question, I was like, I would love to hear some of my guys and girls that are into the autos answer that.
Yeah.
Like what does your garage, when you go in your garage, and I don't mean physically, because we all got to go face the maker one day.
Yeah.
We're going to have to walk through our garage to get there.
Yeah, for sure.
And when you walk through it, what do you see? What do you remember? What's the greatest memory you have in that garage? So like me, for instance.
Man, that's a good one. I got to think for a second with that.
I have my 05 Suzuki GSXR 750, my 06 Suzuki GSXR 1000. I have my 1988 Honda CRX, my second 1988 Honda CRX, my Infinity Grace, my crown jewel being the Type R. Right? And I had a Mazda 626, and I also had the gray Ghost, which was the gray 4-door EF. And I think about it, right? My garage is like nowhere finished.
Yeah.
But what else do I want to add to the walls? I would love to add a Porsche to that wall.
Damn, which Porsche?
Porsche Cayman. I wouldn't mind a Porsche Cayman.
I seen a white one on my way in this morning. Oh, it was nice though. Ooh, convertible too. It's nasty street.
I think about the cars I want to own and the cars I want to drive and the cars that I want to have. And it sucks that this is the way that things are going right now, where it's more of a hurdle for me to get where I want to go. At the same time, my legacy in the world of autos, to me, is this show. We've driven.
Sure.
And I got other cars I want to drive, but this show means a lot to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It means a lot to me because I feel like there may be other automotive podcasts, but they truly don't hit on the emotion of auto.
Yeah, for sure.
They easily point out the power. They easily point out, what this car has, the comparisons. But little do they hit on the emotion, because there is emotion in cars.
Damn, son.
A car is an emotional purchase. We don't purchase a Type R because you need it.
Yeah.
You purchase a Type R because you want it. So it's something to think about.
That's interesting you said it, because that now sounds like with the Type S, it's like something you need. Okay, I want the performance, I want the luxury.
Or it's something they want. They want best of both worlds. They want the best that they can get from both worlds. Because we already know when you have something that does two different things, it's never as great as the one that's fully purposed, right? So if you get funny thing, if you get in shampoo that's conditioner and shampoo, no, it's not as good as a baseline conditioner or something like that. That's just some funny stuff, but y'all hear what I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
So with that being said, what does your garage look like, SI? It's a good question. I shock you every week.
Yeah, son, that's a fact. That's definitely a good one. So for me, what my garage look like is, 2000 LS Integra.
Wow.
Remember the clean silver joint?
Yes, I do.
5-speed, beautiful car. I feel like personally at that time, I had the cleanest one in the hood.
Yes.
Not some?
Yeah. Because we knew Clarence had one, but he was hitting VTEC in reverse. That boy was beating that car down, son. Yo, he would drive that car, and this is all you would hear. He was beating that car. He was like, God His beating the car was taking a beat.
That's a fact, right?
But continue on.
That man, that was a smooth call, man. You don't remember the 1998 GSX Eclipse I had back there?
No,
Turbo joint 5-speed
I never
with
seen
the
that.
Oz wheels.
No, you had that?
Son, yeah, son, I had one of those back there. You gonna laugh though? Blew it up on the first day.
How?
It happens, son. You know when you just wheeling and dealing,
Nah,
things
man.
happen.
Nah,
right?
I have no idea what you're talking about. But go ahead, continue.
Spun a bearing, right? Like a oil, whatever.
1998 GSX,
Eclipse, son.
highly sought after now.
Yeah,
Continue
son,
on.
right? One of those. Remember the Supra, the red one,
Yes.
the 88
That
Target top.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, great one, right? The other white one, the donor that we had to shoot the jersey to go
The
get.
donor
Yeah, right.
had holes in the wheel wells near the
Yeah, it was crazy,
shock
son.
mount.
It was
The
crazy,
nerve.
man. Freaking the other white one, the 88.
That was
Targa
the one.
Turbo
I thought it was
one.
87.
No, that one was 88 too.
Okay.
It was the earlier 88 that still had the divided lights,
Yes.
right? Damn, it's just
What's the crown jewel?
it's crazy, son. I don't know, man. Remember the 2009 GT500?
Woo! That was the crown jewel.
Convertible joint.
That was
Yeah,
the crown
son.
jewel.
That
Shelby
one-
GT500.
That one was crazy, son. It was crazy. And then I can't forget last but not least. You know what I'm saying? The SI turbo joint.
Mm.
Ah man, so it's a couple more. Like I said, like I feel the same way. Like my garage ain't done yet.
Have you created your bucket list of autos you must drive?
Sure.
Give me two.
Must drive to own or just must drive?
Must drive, whether you own them or not.
Must drive. 599 Ferrari 6-speed, son.
Boy,
GTB, son.
to make it happen too. Like this is part of your bucket list.
Yeah, son. That's the one. That's one of them. Like that one be. Reason being because that's the last manual Ferrari.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So that one right there, like that one.
Shout to Miller. Miller just listed, kid. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
96 GMC Jimmy, 96 Grand Cherokee Laredo, 04 Hyundai Santa Fe.
Yeah.
Presently the parent, my dream car would be the legend of the 750 IL. And the next truck would be the Tundra or the Raptor. Boy.
Damn, son.
That's see, that's the garage. It doesn't, I don't mean physically. Like you said, like all of the cars you just named.
Yeah.
If I had to think of one bucket list car that if I could make it happen, it would be the greatest day of my life. Ford GT.
Damn, son.
Just let me drive it one time. Just one time. I'll leave it happy.
I'm telling you, son. I agree.
The
I agree.
Ford GT, Ferrari 488 B-Stock. Oh, boy.
You know another one I got. I ain't gonna front. I told you I have recently turned to a Ferrari guy since I came back from Rome.
Uh-huh.
The 430 Scuderia.
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 A Scuderia.
How they call it? The Scud.
The Scud.
One of those, son.
I would, yeah.
Convertible though. That's what I'm talking. I'm talking. You know I'm a convertible guy.
Yes,
son.
sir.
I do the convertible, son. Those two Ferraris.
What's the one? Oh, we already kind of got into that. The one that you must drive before you called it quits.
Wait. Quits as like I'm done with the automotive game.
Like,
Sit.
it's over. I gotta go on to the next plane. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
One car. It's gotta be. I'm telling you, for me, Ford GT.
I ain't gonna front, son. That one, it got to be a Pagani Zonda.
Something silly.
It
Something
gotta
race
be-
car worthy.
It got to be one of those. son.
Boy,
It got to be one of those, huh?
you undercover Ford guy.
Oh, nah, he is on the low. He is on the low. Like, when I had to show me, he loved that joint, son. You know.
Shout to Miller. Oh, man, with that being said, man, I know we ain't got much time. I wanted to get more into that. I know
Yeah.
that. Yeah, we'll come back to some of these later. But with that being said, man, you know how we get down. We coming to our favorite part of the show, and y'all all know what that is. You ready?
Let's go.
Here we go.
Legends of Auto. Real legends never die.
94 LS Integra.
Mm-hmm.
Now, somebody put that up there.
Oh,
what
yeah,
what
yeah.
you got? Let's go. What's our legend today, bruh?
So I think this one's a pretty ill legend. Definitely forgotten JDM car right here. So what I have for y'all today is a 1991 Infiniti M30.
Ooh.
Convertible, son. Convertible.
Yo, the
jet
first time I ever seen one
boy.
was like, What is it? And now, you see it now. You see it is dated. It's older.
Yeah.
But I do remember the first time I seen it.
Son, but they was so, if you ask me, they was really nice, man. You know what? See, when Infinity kind of first hit the scene, what you think they was after?
So
that kind of
they was after the crown of luxury. They was after that.
Okay, cool. In the pursuit of that, right? They also was chasing the enthusiasts, huh?
Okay.
That's what they was about, because you gotta think about it, right? Remember, this car was actually pretty dope because it shared the same engine,
right,
as the 300Z.
Yes.
NA. This
Yes.
joint was making 162 with 182 foot-pounds of torque at the time. Craziness.
Yes.
In comparison to the if I'm not mistaken, in comparison to the Corvette at the time.
Yes.
Son, this was actually one of those cars that was like, yo, hold on, son.
It was bad.
It was actually a bad one, and this was their first convertible. They first dropped, son. And another crazy part is, not for no, it's crazy. Like I said, it's a legend in its own right. It only had a 4-speed auto, though. They kept it as 4-speed auto, son.
Yes.
Which kind of was a shocker, because it kind of, held the car back in a sense.
What was it? What was the name of the car in Japan?
It was a Libra. It was a Leopard. No, a Leopard. I think it was a Leopard in Japan.
Damn, why do they want to call it something so crazy?
Yeah, it was called a Leopard in Japan, son.
But continue on.
The car was crazy. It only had like a 2-year run though.
Yes.
It wasn't out. It was only 3,000 of these made, son.
You don't see them. You see them once in a blue.
So I haven't seen one since I was a noodle running around. I haven't seen one.
I seen them. It was a guy that had a beige one.
Beige one.
I was like, what? And I mean, convertible. And you was like, yo, where did he get? Like, it was so clean. But it just goes to show, like, some of those,
And it was crazy. Not from it had a sequential multi-port injection on it.
Right.
I'm telling you, like, Infinity, like, there was a point in time when Infinity was just like up in the ante. They was up in the ante in the auto games, huh?
The Q45 really upped
that's
the ante.
when it got crazy. But this right here was starting that, son.
The Q45 between 1988 and 93, I believe, was crazy.
Nah, remember they came in '89, just like Acura. No,
Right.
Yeah, just like Acura.
Because they was looking for that luxury, and that Infinity, that Q45, still highly sought after.
For sure.
Still highly sought.
For sure, son. Like, and this one right here, if you can ever get your hands on one of these, son, nothing. It made sure it's gonna look dated,
but it's a
still
legend,
son.
Let's go.
Legends of Auto. Real legends never die.
Let's go, man. Bucket 2000 GTR and I too would go with the Ferrari 599.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
People are talking your
I'm
speed.
telling you, son. 6-speed.
Let's go.
Come on, baby.
With that being said, you know how we get down.
Let's
we jumping
go.
right into the next segment.
Mods, the newest and freshest. Modifications, parts, and fashion. Only on Rally Radio.
All right, just to get into this a little bit, it looks like there's been a garage found in the Netherlands with 230 classic cars that were in storage. I don't know how this happens. It says the incredible trove, which comprised no less than 230 classic cars, was amassed over a 40-year period by Dutch collector Ad Palmen. It will be auctioned off by Gallery Allering, I can't say, in conjunction with Classic Car Auction in an online sale starting May 16th. And there are some vehicles in here. Just to give you a little bit. Alfa Romeo 26 SZ. Mercedes-Benz 300S Roadster. We already know, right? To give you an idea, the Roadster itself, they said a Roadster with no modification, unrestored, went for $500,000.
Damn, son.
He got two and this is what I mean about your garage. This is what I mean. That man collected these cars. He reminds me of our homeboy in Kansas, the mail collector.
Man, son.
That
Remember
when he passed away, he had nothing but Pontiac cars.
Yeah, son.
He had Pontiac GTO Judges as far as the world could see.
Yo, it was crazy. He definitely collected. He was, you said, mail carrier too, son.
He was a mail carrier. So with that being said, check out for that.
Mods, the
100%,
newest
son.
and freshest. Modifications, parts, and fashion. Only on Rally Radio.
And you know we got one more just in case. You got the V-Series lineup for Craftsman. Now, for all of y'all that do like to bust your knuckles using the old school ratchets, like the V-Series is a little different. They bend, which is not something different, but it is something great. And
yeah, for sure.
I love Craftsman's tools, to be honest with you.
Nah, I do too. So if anybody's looking to get Rally Radio, you know what I'm saying, co-host of some gifts,
That's
nothing's
hilarious.
wrong with, you know what I'm saying, set of Craftsman tools.
You could definitely get the man a set of Craftsman tools. You can actually get one for the show, rather.
fact.
This guy's greedy. He's like, yo, let me What about us, right? But with that being said, Craftsman V-Series ratchets definitely coming to a store near you. Don't forget, Sears sold Craftsman to Home Depot, I believe. So, Lowe's.
Yeah.
So now, I don't know if you can still get your Craftsmans at Sears, but you should be able to get them at Lowe's.
For sure. Okay.
So let's just keep that in mind. And now we go into our second favorite part of the show. You already know what it is.
It's the understeer. What up? Where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
So, the owner of a Toyota GR Supra rented it out to a teacher.
Let's go.
And the teacher took the car to the track with a bunch of students and made the land speed record. Yo, I find that hilarious.
I'm not mad, son.
The owner of a Toyota GR Supra rented out to a teacher has learned the hard way that offering your car on Toro can lead to unexpected damages after, this is hilarious, after the educator allegedly used the rented sports car to compete in a land record event. Giovanni Morales told Fox 32 Chicago that he got a request on the Toro app from Gregory Ditch of the North High School. Ditch is an automotive teacher overseeing an all-girl group of students who has built a pickup to compete in the Texas Mile Land Speed Record competition. On the way there, the truck became inoperable, and rather than go home, Ditch says he spent all night trying to find some type of vehicle elsewhere. And as you could guess, he picked up this A90 Supra. Well,
dang, Marlon.
I gotta say this.
Yeah.
He said he'd been doing it for years. He said Ditch didn't restrict access to the car, and Morales surely only signed up for Ditch to drive the car. Then there's a matter of damages incurred by participation in the event, which Morales says totals nearly $4,000. The teacher let the other kids drive the car and everything, and when it was all said and done, they brought it back and it was beat up. But at the end of the day, he doesn't get the understeer.
Nah, no way.
Giovanni Morales.
It's the understeer. What up? Where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
Because if you own a Supra, and you give it to me on Toro, I'm beating it down.
Damn.
That's like renting a Lamborghini. You think they don't know that you're going to take this Lamborghini and drive? You just better have the money to cover it.
Yeah, for sure.
He want to sue. First off, shout to the teacher for actually doing something for them kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
Them kids worked hard.
Yeah,
they worked hard to build that pickup, and it was inoperable. You know what they said? He said, "Can we get something else?" He said, "I found it." He got him a Supra, and he put it out there.
Damn, son.
So
he's dedicated, huh?
That's it. And Giovanni Morales, you get the understeer, bro.
Sure.
Leave
Come
people
on
alone, man. Stop playing, man.
What up?
Come on down.
To ask, what the hell were
Shout
you
to Marlon. Marlon is cold-blooded. He said BMW at work. He said quality at work.
Oh, man.
That is hilarious. With that being said, we have reached the last segment in our show. We're going to give it to our BP, our key grip over here. You know, he makes everything happen from bringing the water to setting up cameras, but he also has a segment that we want him to do. So with that being said, Mr. BP, you are on, and what do you have for us?
Let's go.
Platypuses are the only mammals on the planet that lay eggs.
Damn.
Say that one more time.
Really?
Platypuses are the only mammals on the planet that lay eggs.
Let's go.
Wow. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I know platypus could be dangerous if you step on them or something like that. But
like
with that being said, with that being said, man, that was actually a segment, and his segment is called "Tell Us Something We Don't Know."
That's smooth.
And I didn't know that.
Nah, me neither.
So that was actually pretty good. So with that being said, we've reached the exhaust notes. It's been one heck of a day. Ain't no damages, laughing aloud. He just vexed.
That's a fact, because that's super stout, baby.
He's mad. Yo,
that's super no joke.
So with that being said, now we have reached the exhaust notes. You already know what it is. We need to know who coming out today, man.
That's a fact, man.
We going to the track today.
Yep, we going.
Are y'all coming? Meet us there at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
4:30 the latest. We trying to get there. You know, we got other things we got to handle before we get there. But shout to everybody who's tuned in, who's paid attention so far. It's been one great show.
For a fact, for a fact.
And even though we've had audio issues and phone issues, we make sure that when we come back next week, we're going to be on.
That's a fact.
So with that being said, man, don't forget this week, Carton. Next week, Speed and Greet.
Oh, man.
Next week, Speed and Greet. RPM at Farmingdale today. Next week, we're going to push it to the 23rd, Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday morning, we in and out. We driving, we getting up, we meeting up, and then we up out of here. Take that car out, man. Get that carbon off.
Yeah, get the carbon off those valves, man. Supers and all that. Get the valves, you know what I'm saying? Clean up the valves a little bit.
Clean up the valves, you know what I'm saying? You know how we get down.
Rotate some tires or something, baby.
Rotate the tires. Give it a little clean, you know.
Wipe it down a little bit.
You know, get the GoPros out. Have some fun.
Yeah, that's it, right?
So with that being said, shout to everybody who tuned in, paid attention, who rocked with us for the whole 2 hours. You already know how the show is. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We got a lot of things coming, and soon we won't even be broadcasting on social media. We're going to have a whole nother thing coming up. But until then, I don't even know if we can get the intro rolling, man, because it looks like the sound thing for the phone is acting up, but you know.
It's okay though, man, because it look like the Super over here set a land speed record.
That is hilarious.
It's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you hear this guy, man?
It's okay. We could walk out here, smiles on our face, we good.
He said we could walk out of here.
You know what I'm saying? Super's doing it. Super's doing what supers do. That's it.
Super's doing what supers do. So with that being said, man, y'all know how we get down. Shout to Dr. Phil. He said there's nothing wrong with the car. If it wasn't all over social media, a super owner wouldn't even know. That's a fact because they was taping it and stuff like that. But with that being said, man, we want to shout everybody out that tuned in with us, that rocked with us. And if you rocking with us today, let us know. We going up in the building. We racing. We running. Next week, we hitting the street, speed and greet. Know what it is. It's getting warm. With that being said, you got shout outs you want to give?
Not for nothing, man. If y'all coming out there today, come out there to race because I'm not playing.
Facts. He's talking reckless. You got any shout outs you want to give, BP?
Shout out to EP.
Shout out to EP. You already know what it is, a.k.a. Mom Dukes. And with that being said, if you ain't got no shout outs, I ain't got no shout outs. We
Drop the clutch and hit the gas. Rally Radio, where the fast life meets the fast lane. Drop the clutch and hit the gas. Rally Radio, where the fast life meets the fast lane. You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio. Where the world of hip hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to planes. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tools. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, SI Shawn, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in to Rally Radio.
Where the fast life meets the fast lane.